Doesn't look
YouTube,
live yet.
because YouTube is only gonna do it like at 4:15. But maybe that
Oh,
way I can
actually.
actually, yeah, I think I can check the volume this way. Or is it? Oh no, it is live. It is live. Okay, sweet.
This is my
Okay,
snack. I'm
okay.
gonna unbox this now.
Oh my God, do it.
It has a little strap for opening it, so you want to be careful. This is a very delicate procedure. And you just open it like so, and then you push it up,
Impressive.
and now you can eat it. Smells very chocolatey.
What does it taste like?
Yes.
Kian, hello! Welcome to the stream. Oh my God. I should put an announcement, be like, we're live. I said it
Oh
was
God, I
like
gotta mute.
4:15, but
Hi, Kian. Hey. That's good.
starting now. Hey, Nerflings! Stream is starting now. I know I said it was 4:15, but I was literally already ready, so.
Yeah, we're spontaneous here.
Yeah. And badam, one more ping for everybody. I am so sorry. Okay. So I need to check the volume for things. So let me. Okay, sure. Let's say I'm gonna say, hi, my name is Nerly, and then you say, hi, my name is Shiranui. Okay. Okay. One,
Got
two,
it.
three. Hi, my name is Nerly.
Hi, my name is Shiranui.
Hi, my name is Nerly.
Hi, my name is Shiranui.
Okay, I need to make you a little bit louder. A little bit louder. A little bit louder. Where are you?
A little bit louder. A little bit louder. A little bit louder. Shiranui.
Put
That's
you
my
here.
name.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. Hi, my name is Nervly, and then you say the thing, okay? Okay. Hi, my name is Nervly.
Hi, my name is Shiranui.
Hi, my name is Nervly.
Hi, my name is Shiranui.
Okay, that's better. But I'm gonna put you a little bit louder still.
Pop out.
You know what? I'm gonna
chat.
put you on friggin' max. Okay.
Put me on max.
Put you on max. Okay. Hi, my name is Nervly.
Hi, my name is Shiranui. Hi, my name is Shiranui.
Okay, that's better. But I'm gonna wait live. Okay, that's better. But I'm gonna. Oh shit. Okay, that's better. Okay, that's better. But I'm gonna.
Hi, my name is Shiranui.
Okay, that's better. But I'm gonna wait live. Yeah. Okay, that's better.
Hey.
Okay, okay. I'm just gonna. I'm sorry, guys. You're probably just hearing a lot of echo right now. Hi, my name is Kian.
Hi,
Hell
my
yeah,
name
you're
is
part of
Kian.
it.
Nice.
How's life? Pretty fucking good. It's amazing. Like, I couldn't be happier. Yeah, very good. Very, very good. How about yours, Kian? How are you doing? How have you been since last month?
How are you?
Yeah. I'm just going to like hope. I think it should be fine, to be honest. Let me pause here. To think for a little. Let me pause here. To think for a little. Let me pause here. To think for a little. Let me pause here. Okay. Because there's. Okay. Okay. Hang on. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna say it again. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, the audio is good. The audio is good. Just gonna
Cool.
increase.
Cool. We're
the
good to
jazz
go.
a little bit. Yeah. Okay. And hopefully these are the settings that we'll keep using. Yeah, this time we have chat on stream. Because this time I didn't forget to set up everything beforehand, like last month, where someone donated to me. My good friend Luis donated to me, and there was just like no alert boxes whatsoever. my Oprah just froze.
Ian, that's
Okay, there
so
we go.
cool. I'm glad to hear it. We love having fun with you guys.
Well, I got out of school, and when I saw the stream, I got so excited. It's just having fun with you guys. Oh, heck yeah. That's really nice to hear. Thank you. Yeah, it's so nice having you here, and I hope more people join. Like, now we can stream on Saturdays, so I'm hoping that more people can show up, because I know you guys have school.
Hope so.
And so, like, I know a lot of people can't show up on Fridays because of that. So hopefully this time we get people in here. I got pear juice. I
Yes,
love pear
drink.
juice. It's like a
Drink,
nectar.
Taco.
I'll
Drink.
drink it. I'll drink all of it. How was school, Kian? I hope you had a nice day there. Hope it wasn't too boring.
What was your favorite subject, Taco, at school?
Ooh, what was my favorite subject? Okay, so depends. Which stage of school? Like high school, middle school?
Anything, whatever feels most right as the
Okay.
correct answer.
So in high school, it was probably English, because
Because
when
you
we
were really good at it.
because I was really good at it. Yes, and because I sat with the ref in every lesson,
Yeah,
in every
right.
class, and we were like the two of us were like the favorites of our teacher.
Because you both were amazing.
Yeah, but we were two. Okay, oh my god, I feel like I'm bragging, but that's not what I mean. But like we were, I mean, realistically, we were the two like the best English students in class, and so our teacher, like he loved us. Like we were always like the first ones to finish every exercise and do it like super fast, and like he would constantly be like impressed with what we did in class and stuff. I never had a school book for the English class. I don't remember why. I think it was like out of stock or something like that. And so I would always just like do the exercises from Raf's book, and like
yes.
write it on my exercise book. And the teacher would never care about it when it was me, because when it was literally anyone else who didn't have the book, he would
Privilege.
always like just like bash them or scold
Privilege.
them.
Yeah, when you're really
Yeah.
good, then the teachers don't really care because you can just kind of do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
But it was really fun. The teacher was super nice, and it was cool. It was because we loved English, so we would always have a good time at those lessons.
Sounds great. Sounds
Yeah,
fun.
this was in 11th and 12th grade. Because in 10th grade we had what was probably the best teacher of all time. She was a complete sweetheart. Her name was Daisy.
You've mentioned her before. I remember.
Yeah. So she was a teacher who would let us do like literally whatever we wanted in class, right? So we could like play on our Nintendo DS or play the PSP, or we could just listen to music, literally anything. We could just like talk and stuff. But at the same time, she would still like give us these like exercise sheets that we would do like along the class and stuff. So it was never like a class where we were 100% just goofing around. We were like doing both things, but she was able to control it in such a good way because she had just such a good chemistry and dynamic with us. It was absolutely awesome. So I think in 10th grade, like English was so fun, so fun.
Best combination when the teacher is easygoing but still has control over the class to where people are actually doing the work.
Yeah, exactly.
And it creates this great bond between the teacher and the students as well.
And it showed like people actually had interest in learning and would go to her like, oh, how do we do this? And like everyone would always have good grades in the tests because of how much they loved her and how much they were open to just like actually learn from her. It was such a
teachers
cool
have a lot of
environment.
influence.
Yeah,
I'll bet.
But yeah, it was very nice. So let me see here. School has been good. Life has been changing a lot recently, so I'm still figuring things out. Heck yeah. No, yeah,
That's
for sure.
okay.
And it's gonna happen for a while. But you got this. Like
you got this for sure.
Yeah, like I love you like reading these things because I'm like, oh my god, like just a few months ago I was still figuring things out myself. And I was always like, oh my god, am I gonna be able to do the thing? Am I not gonna be able to do the thing? Blah, 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 blah. And now I'm like at a point in my life, which by the way, no one you still know. My god. I'm hoping people will show up because I really want to say it when there's like a lot of you here.
So you can get it off your chest.
Yeah, like I went to regulars to be here, so like because I'm really excited to tell them the news. But now that I'm like at a point in my life where I'm like, holy shit, things do happen. It's like I love seeing people going through this as well, and then being able to like I don't know, dude, heck yeah, just like keep figuring things out, keep like
Yeah, it's
fighting for
really
what you
nice
want.
to see what people are doing in their life
Yeah.
and
Like
the
keep
phases and
exploring.
such.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It's like keep exploring your interests, keep exploring what you want to do, and just never really stop looking because I mean, sure, of course, this is always different for everybody. But in my experience, like I've had to go through so many different things until I actually realized what it is I wanted to do. You know, I went through programming, game development, graphic design, motion design, 3D modeling. Um, Shit. Oh no, I'm sorry, microphone. I don't know if anything else. Through drawing, animation, and the one thing that was always going back to was video editing, and video and doing video in general. Which is when I realized. Well, I realized a long time ago that I wanted to work in the entertainment industry, but I just didn't know which niche. And now I know. I'm like, okay, this is what I want to do. You know, like video editing, video creation. I want to be on screen. I want to act, and stuff like that. And it's so cool, like especially when you see that things are finally happening and working out. You're like, whoa, okay, it's been like all these years that I've been fighting, but I'm finally seeing something. And for so many years, it always feels like you're not doing any progress. But I also feel like it's so easy for us to like lose ourselves in that and be like, there's never any progress. But there's actually so many things that we're actively doing. We just don't notice it.
yeah. In the
Um,
big picture, you can see it, but sometimes you just get lost in the daily activities and you just feel like you're stuck. And I think everybody feels that way sometimes. I
yeah.
mean, I'm still figuring things out as well. So, I got you, Kian.
Yeah.
We got this.
But yeah, like something that I'm really excited for is like I'm hoping that I can like inspire people as well. Like again, we talked about this last stream. You know, the same way Game Grumps have inspired me and they've kept me going. I want to do
yeah.
that for other people as well. So yeah, Kian, you got this. You're pretty cool. And just keep it up. Keep it up.
Keep it up, yeah.
What is my favorite book? Okay,
Tell me
so
what your favorite book is.
I haven't really read a lot throughout my life. It's something that I want to start doing. I just want to start reading. And I'm thinking of starting with like maybe mangas or something because you know that's easy to keep me focused and it's not like a lot of text that I'll get distracted with.
Yeah, you can look at the pictures. That
Yeah.
sounds so bad.
Yeah.
The pictures. Oh.
Yeah. But I would say that one of my favorite books that I've read in my life. So I remember a couple of years ago, the latest book I read was The Hobbit. I never finished it, but I read like half of it, and it was really fun. I was having a lot of fun reading it. It was really I love fantasy. I would like stand up in my room, grab my book like this, and be like.
Yeah.
Read out loud and like rah, 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 rah. It was so fun.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that was really good book. From at least all what I read. I'm not sure if that's my favorite book because I remember reading many other books when I was younger that I really enjoyed. I remember The Chronicles of Spiderwick. I think that's what it was.
Interesting.
Chronicles of Spiderwick.
That doesn't ring a bell at all.
I'm not sure if it was the Spiderwick Chronicles or the Chronicles of something else. But I know it was something about like this group of kids or like a family or something that goes into this house. The house is haunted. And then there's this girl that feels her hair being pulled during the night. And then there's weird stuff happening. I don't remember. That's like about...
A horror book.
Yeah, I guess. It wasn't like super like whoa, but it was like this sort of like mystery with suspense. A little bit of horror elements though, of course, yeah. The books that I read a ton. I don't remember any of them, like story-wise, mostly. But I remember very fondly this collection of books from my childhood that my sister collected at the time. And it was called The Goosebumps. And The Goosebumps is a collection of books of like horror stories. None of them follow each other. All of them are like its own story, its own separate thing. But they're like super creepy and super well written. They were highly regarded at the time. And there was my favorite out of those was like there was a special collection which was a make your own story kind of thing, which was if any of you guys have seen In Space with Markiplier or A Heist with Markiplier, you know what I'm talking about. But in the story in the book was like, oh, this thing happens. What do you want to do? Go to page 64 if you want to do this. Go to page 169 if you want to do this. And then you would do it, and then like you would read until you get to another place where you get to choose two other things again. And it's like you forge your own path, and there's like different endings in one single book. And that was so fun. I loved it.
That is cool.
Yeah, it is
It's like
really
an
cool.
interactive story.
Yeah, exactly. And like in the book form too, which makes it even more interesting. Oh my god, I hear...
Nice.
We need
Hey!
a Kira's custard tart review ASAP TT.
Luis! Hey, thank you so much for the $10,
Luis!
dude.
My
Okay.
boy!
Thank you. Oh my god, you're amazing. So yeah, Shiranui is coming in exactly 10 days. How
Yes,
crazy is
yes.
that?
Soon.
Oh my god, we've already
Soon, my
got...
boys.
Yeah, like we've already got this whole schedule like filled
Really
up
good.
with where we're going. And I'm excited. And we're gonna get
I'm
freaking
excited.
custards. Also, I don't think I have it here. Where is it? Damn it! I forgot. I wanted to have this prepared for the stream, and I forgot. It might be in the bag. It's fine. Luis, I was gonna show you. I got a SD card reader, so now I can actually put the Parker Robinson stuff in my computer and send you. Finally. Oh my god. How are you doing, Luis? How are you doing, man? Hope you're doing all right. Have you played Until Dawn? Yeah, no. I watched Jack. Pretty sure it was Jacksepticeye. I watched him play it.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
You loved it?
Yeah, that was so cool at the time. I was like, dude, this game is so fun to watch. Like the fact that like you have all these different endings, and forging like the story and whatnot, and seeing what characters survived, which ones died. It was super fun. I really liked it.
Nice.
And
Yeah, I remember enjoying it as well. I also watched the gameplay. I didn't play it myself.
Yeah. And now they're playing Quarry. I haven't really watched it yet, but I have to because it's supposed to be like the spiritual sequel to Until Dawn.
What was the name of it, did you say?
The Quarry.
Why have I not heard of that?
Really?
Maybe
Yeah,
I
no.
have. I don't know.
Sean has played it. I'm not sure if he's finished it already. Ethan started playing it. I'm not sure if Mark is playing it. Felix isn't, but you know that obviously.
Did it? Yeah. Did it come out recently?
Yeah, very recently, like last week,
Oh.
2 weeks ago or something.
Yeah. If Felix didn't play it, then that's probably why
Yeah.
I didn't even notice it. Yeah.
No, yeah, but I do have to watch it. We have 7 people
Yeah,
watching. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the
Hi.
stream.
Hi.
Really appreciate you being here. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
it's cool. There's some people here. I like
Yeah.
that. It's like we're sitting around a campfire, just sort of talking.
Uh-huh. Yeah, for sure. I love that whole vibe, actually. You know, I was in this last weekend. There was an event in VR chat, and it was we were doing like it was the last day. We were about to watch the closing ceremony for it, and we were waiting for it to start. This friend of ours we haven't seen forever comes along. Hey Sarnev, welcome to the stream, dude.
Hi.
And he like sits with us. We start talking stuff, and then he pulls out his ukulele and he starts playing and singing. And it was singing like indie songs too, which I love indie so much. And so we were like just sitting there, you know, all of us have full body tracking. So we're just sitting on the ground, and he's like playing and singing, and we're going like just listening to him.
Sounds
Like,
so cozy.
and it was so cool because like it was our group of friends, and then there was like 2 other groups of friends we didn't know, and everyone was talking amongst themselves, and only our group of friends was listening to him. And then at one point he's like singing like a second song or something, and he starts hitting like these higher notes. So like people start hearing someone singing, and I just like slowly see everyone like stop talking and turn to him, and then like all of a sudden, just dead silence. Every single person is looking at our friend singing and playing the guitar. And it was
That's
so
so
awesome.
cool.
It's so sweet. Oh my
That's
god.
really cool.
I
love how that
genuinely teared
happens.
up. Yeah.
In games generally, music really unites people. Like in any game
Mm-hmm.
where you have the possibility to play an instrument or to dance or something,
Mm-hmm.
people will like gather in circles and just do that.
Yeah,
And I
it's
think
true.
that's so cute.
It's completely different from like what happens in real life, which it's so interesting. This like
We
the
should do
contrast
that in
between the
real
two.
life, man. I'm sure
We
it'll be fun.
should. I would love to like be like around the campfire, someone playing guitar,
Yeah.
just playing songs. That is so nice.
Oh, yeah, dude.
So let's see. I remember one dude on the Discord that bought the Rashomon book. I wonder if he's enjoying it. I can tell Shira is dying for some feedback from him. Oh yeah.
I almost feel bad about it because I feel like it's such a niche book. And I loved it, but I feel like because it's such a niche, you really have to be in a certain mindset to read it. So, but I have been thinking about it occasionally.
God.
It's like I wonder if that guy's enjoying the book.
let me check who did it because I don't remember who bought it.
I don't know who it was, unfortunately.
Let's see. I'm scrolling up here. Oh, there it is. It's Double Trouble.
Double
I had a
Trouble,
feeling. Yeah, I had
right?
a feeling it was Double Trouble. Double Trouble did like a reaction to the stream thing, so I'm hoping they'll be here today. Let's see. Doing proper things. Going to the gym in a week though. Perhaps I'll listen to this while working out. Heck yeah,
That sounds fun.
dude!
I like it.
I have to start exercising.
Yes, do it.
Yeah, and
Do
like
it.
when you remember when I was like venting to you guys on Discord and Ref was like, oh, you should start exercising, like that's really good. I was like, you know what, I have a huge interest right now in roller skating. You know, I'm gonna, since I'm learning, I could like every morning just go like roller skating around the block. Problem is I haven't roller skated since then. I haven't gone out to Lisbon to the meetups to learn, and like I spent money on the roller skates and on protective equipment, and now I haven't been like doing the thing.
What are you doing?
Yes, what am I doing? I've got to just start doing it again.
But honestly, like anything already helps. Like I exercise semi-regularly, like every few days, and like, but really not a lot. Like just a few simple, very simple exercises, because I never feel like doing it either. But that's already better than nothing. And sometimes recently I've been liking to take some walks actually.
Oh, nice.
And it doesn't have to be for long either, but sometimes I just like to go outside and sort of refresh my mind and just see the environment and the sun and stuff. Even if it's just for like 10-15 minutes, it helps.
Yeah.
And walking is good for you.
Yeah, exactly. And see, that's good exercise as well. You know, even not roller skating, I could still like kind of go walking. My dad does like walks around the block sometimes, but since I always wake up so late, I never like.
I can help you with that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, so oh my god, yeah. I still haven't started fixing my sleeping schedules. So guys, because like I wake up, I go to bed at like past 4 or 5 a.m.
Oh my god.
Because Shira is coming next week or in 2 weeks. You know, she wants to go to bed at midnight, which I asked her, right? Well, because she's so used to going to bed at 10 or 11 at most. So I need to start fixing my sleeping schedule and adjusting it so I can start going to sleep at midnight as well. Because otherwise it'll be like, she'll go to sleep, I'll be awake for like 5 more hours, and then she'll wake up and I'll be like sleeping for 5 more hours. That's not good. That cannot happen.
We'll be able to be morning people together.
Yes. Yeah, and then you can show me some of your exercises you do, so I can like kind of have an idea. We'll stretch together.
I wouldn't expect much if I were you, but
yeah,
I
no,
can't
I mean,
do that.
considering I don't do anything right now, I think anything will just will be
better
too
than
much.
nothing.
Yeah. And look forward to when she's here because we're gonna definitely be streaming while she's here. Both of
Yeah,
us.
for sure.
Same
We have
camera. Yeah, same country.
It would be such a waste if we didn't.
Right?
We gotta take the opportunity.
Yeah, it would be the first time that we'll stream together in the same spot. And that's really exciting.
I'm excited.
I wonder if Broccoli will show up. I still need to continue the story from last time. Dude, heck yeah. You know what? I'm going to call him. Where is he?
You're gonna summon him?
Yes. Broccoli.
I wager Nervly is not a morning person. Yes. I can already tell... Wait, I can already see Shira waking up all jolly and Nervly with the most weary face ever. Yeah, it's probably gonna be like that. Because we're both really used to our respective schedules. And I really am a morning person, and I guess Taco isn't, and our mutual friend isn't either. And in fact, it's so... Our schedules are so different that I have a friend in America whose schedule almost aligns with mine better than that of at least our mutual friend. Because he wakes up when it's like 5-6 p.m. for me. And it just works better somehow. A little bit, not much, but a little bit. I can't see Nervly being in a negative mood whatsoever. He laughs. Shira can't possibly go to bed at 10 p.m. whenever she's visiting. We're gonna adjust it a little bit. I don't know if we'll go clubbing. I went clubbing once, not that long ago, and I did enjoy it for what it was, but my problem was that I don't have a car, so I have to rely on public transport, which means I have to stay there until like 5 or 6 a.m. Until the first bus or train, shows up. And I don't like that, because I would like to leave, if it were up to me, probably at like 2, 3, maybe 4 if I'm staying late, but being there the whole night is like not worth it for me. And then the whole next day you're just kind of drowsy, and it's not worth it as far as I'm concerned. But the actual just dancing with friends and stuff, I like that. I do like that, I will say.
Let me read it here, because I was talking to Broccoli, so I was not paying attention. Let's see. I wish Nervly is not a morning person. I can already Shira waking up all jolly and Nervly with the most fiery face ever. Oh my god, that's such a funny mental image. No, yeah, I'm definitely much of a night owl, which I want to change. And it's something I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the last stream or not. I'm a little bit overexposed. But I wanted to start like going to bed early and waking up early. And I was like, okay, for like a few days, I was trying to like adjust my schedule for that, but I was not being successful. And then I was like, you know what? I'll try again some other time. Like, so maybe like maybe now actually.
Maybe that'll help.
Maybe that'll help because I will have to fix it for you. So maybe then it'll be fine, because I don't mind like going to bed at midnight is also like early enough for me to then wake up a decent hours. So yeah,
and someone here said, Kian says he tries to do more productive stuff in the morning, which it really depends on where your energy peaks. Mm-hmm. And for me, I really learned, especially through work, that it is, in fact, during the morning that I'm most efficient. Mm. So I try to do the same thing. If I have anything to do on days off, I do it in the morning. And in the afternoon, and especially in the evening, I just take time for myself and relax.
Yeah.
So, Taco, like, how is it for you in terms of energy? Are you actually like a night owl, or is that just the way your schedule happens to have been for the past months or years?
I guess I am a bit of an owl, because a lot of the times I do feel like more energetic or more creative at night. This has been more intense in the past though. Right now a lot of my nights are just spent on VR chat, hanging out with my friends after working during the day. And so it kind of switched around. So most of my energy now is during the day, and then at night I just get to relax. Interesting. Yeah, just because of naturally how I organize my things, so I could do both stuff. That's just how it happens to be now. But there was for a long time I would prefer to work at night or to do creative things at night, because with the silence, like there was silence everywhere, the night and the fresh cold wind of the night, and I don't know, something about it just made me feel like, yeah, I enjoy working at night. This is fun. And I would just
see that.
Yeah, I would be more productive too. Like a lot of times it would be so enjoyable for me to stay so many hours on end at night after everyone's sleeping, just doing things on my computer, and it was really fun. But yeah, right now I kind of switched around. There was a time where I was actually going to bed at at 10 p.m. and waking up at 6 a.m. For a week or 2 weeks or something. I was able to do that while I was working at the store, and during that time I realized that like I was being so very productive during the morning. Like the very first hours, like up until I had to go to work, there was like this bulk of hours where I would just get so much done. And it felt so great, like waking up to like the birds chirping and the cold fresh air of the morning coming inside my room through the window. It was so nice. And that's kind of what I wanted to go back to with the whole thing of like adjusting my schedules again. It's just that it's like really difficult when you're so used to going to bed at 6 a.m. that like going to bed so much earlier that you get used again to waking up to going to bed really early in the day, or in the night, should I say, becomes so hard to like do that translation. But yeah, so at one time it was during the night for sure. At one time it was during the morning. Right now it's during the afternoon. But I feel like if I get to fix my sleeping schedule, my peak time would definitely be in the morning after waking up.
That's interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
I guess we'll see since we're going to align our schedules a bit.
Yeah, for sure. I'm kind of curious to see how that will go. For absolutely sure.
Yeah.
Let's see here. There's been a lot of chat. I can't see Nervely being in negative mood whatsoever. I am extremely positive. I am a very positive person. I'm like constantly happy all the time. And I tend to like, see the good in things. If things go wrong, I'll laugh about it. Like we had a picnic with my family last weekend with my cousins, my aunt, and a few friends. And so we arrived at the garden where we're gonna have the picnic at. And then we had to go get my cousin, which, by the way, if you're watching, hi, because apparently they watch my things very actively, and I really appreciate it. And so we had to go get my cousin, and then get his girlfriend. And then it started raining like hell. And, everyone at the garden, like, they were waiting for us to arrive, and it started raining at the garden as well. So it was like this whole thing of like, oh no, it's raining. Where should we like go under? There was like this shelter thingy that also had tables. Should we go there? Should we go home? Oh my God, they're still coming. Yada yada. And my mom was my mom was like asking, like my aunt was stressed, my mom was stressed, and I was like, this is fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's
rain. Yeah, because like it's raining. Oh no! Now we have to like adjust our plans. I don't know. I find the kind of thing fun.
I can relate to that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think everything has to go like 100% fine for it to be fun. Like it's just a matter of perspective, really, and how you look at things. So yeah, I do tend to be a very positive person. Of course, I do have my moments where I'm feeling down. We all do. But again, it's like, the way you look at it and the way you respond to what you're feeling, I think, is what's important. And a lot of it is really like getting yourself in a mindset where... Wait, I forgot. Am I streaming? I forgot. Oh, I'm streaming on Twitch. I forgot about that. I forgot I was streaming on Twitch as well.
All right.
I was just looking at my Discord. I have like my status is purple, and I'm like, wait.
Oh yeah, right, you are.
Yeah, but I thought I had disabled that. I don't like people seeing what I'm doing on Discord. Whatever. But I completely digressed there. But yeah, and I've come to a point where I try to like look at things in a way where it doesn't bother me too much, or it's the whole thing of if you don't have control over it. Oh my God! Actually, yesterday, I was talking to a friend of mine on Discord. I don't remember what we were talking about, but he mentioned a teacher he had that was like, oh, I had a teacher once tell me, it was his physical education teacher. He was like, do you have a problem? And he was like, yes. Does that problem have a solution? And he was like, yes. Then you don't have any problems. Because there's a solution for it.
Right, I've heard of that before.
And then he said, do you have a problem? Does that problem not have a solution? No. Then there's no problem. If there's no solution,
you can't
means,
control
yeah,
that, right.
then it's already resolved. And he told me that, and I was like, holy shit, yeah, that's actually, like, that's a lot of what I've been trying to apply, really. It's like this whole thing.
It's a good mindset.
Yeah. And, you know, it's not always possible, of course, but it's just a matter of, like, trying to get your mind to a point where, you know, it's not always bad, you know, and you gotta have the bad to enjoy the good. And, you know, again, it's the whole thing with having challenges and bad things happen. It's part of life, and I like that because it ties in with the whole thing of, oh, in the future I want to be able to like look back and see like all the challenges I faced, all the things that were like bad that happened, but that I got through, that I got over, and now I'm here at this point, you know, and yeah, I enjoy feeling sad sometimes, like
I agree.
mellow feeling, the more like calmer moments in my mind. Yeah, I think it's important to embrace it and just understand that it's something natural and that's not the end of the world and you're going to be fine.
Yeah, because negative emotions and suffering is just obviously a part of life, so we need to, and we can appreciate those for what they are, in a sense, because there's always something to be gained from it as well. And I am convinced that life would be very boring and shallow if everything were perfect all the time.
Yeah, it's like, you know, that game, I don't remember what it's called. It was this game where the population was forced to take these happy pills so that they'd be happy all the time. But then it got to a creepy point that was like really unsettling.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I see it as, you know. It would be kind of like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but yeah, like, you know, sometimes I'll also feel sad and I also feel like things aren't working out, and sometimes I feel hopeless. It's normal. But when that happens, I also tend to like try and surround myself with like positive things that make me like feel better again, or remind myself that you know, a lot of it could also be like me overthinking.
For sure.
And again, a lot of it is also some things that we don't really have control over. Just kind of hope for the best.
And it's really important to just take the human factor into consideration. With everybody feels down sometimes, and there's always going to be moments where you can't really see ahead, or where you feel stuck. But a lot of the time, unless it develops into something like depression, which is an actual illness, but if you're healthy, then those things are like phases, I guess. Emotions come and go, and bad times pass, and it's really important to realize that during bad times that, you know, more than likely this will pass, and if it doesn't after a certain time, then you'll probably start to understand that there is an actual problem that you need to address and try to fix.
Yeah, and like, and one thing that I think about a lot, and that's something that made me realize the sort of things as well, and that things do get better. I mean, we both know where we came from, right? Where we started, especially you.
Right.
Like your past, looking at your past and looking at where you are at now, it's like, wow.
Different person.
Yeah. It's just like born from the ashes. Completely different. Yeah. And just so much better. And that's very reassuring to think about.
Thank you. I do appreciate you saying that.
Yeah. I mean, Shira can possibly go to bed at 10 p.m. whenever she's visiting. Y'all need to go clubbing at least once. Come on. You know, I've actually never been to any clubs before. I've never gone out at night to a disco or anything of the sort.
See, we're both hermits.
Yeah, we're both hermits.
I don't know if you realized it because I think you were reading something, but I talked about my experience going to a club a while ago when I read that comment earlier. So I've been to a club once, and you've never been. So yeah, we're both, I guess, not particularly likely to go out clubbing at night or something.
Yeah.
Hey, that's just how it is sometimes.
No, yeah, like okay, well, I guess, is it a disco? I guess, I'm not sure. When my company was 20 years old, they threw this 90s party with this band called I don't remember, but it was like this group of guys who play and sing like 90 songs from like anime and video games and whatnot. It was super cool. And the party wasn't a disco, so there was like spume and there was like a lot of like smoke and stuff, and it was really fun. That was so fun, and I did enjoy that. I never really went to that normal clubs out there at night with like strangers in there or anything. Partially because I was never into like going out at night, and like I don't drink, I don't get drunk or anything like that. I never really got drunk ever actually, and so I never really identified with that whole thing. So I never went clubbing. But I think the most extent was like going out to like a cafe with some friends at night or something to drink a coffee and drink an iced tea, talk and play some games. I think that was about it really. Some really fun nights I had was when I still practiced parkour. We had this event way up north in Portugal in Nazaré. Which we were like 30 people that would practice parkour, right? And so we were staying over at a gym. We were sleeping at a gym. And we had these things called night missions, which at night you go like climb something really tall or do something like more special than just like practicing parkour normally. And so we did that. We climbed these like train rails. It was like this slope going up, and we jumped the fence. We just walked up to it, up the whole thing, and climbed some stuff. It was really fun. And also, in Lisbon once, there's this like tower from like Gulp, which is like this gas company. So we had to climb like the beams until we got to a place where there were like staircases, and then we just climbed all the way up to the top. And like we could see almost the entirety of Lisbon from up there, and it was amazing.
Wow,
it was
that
at night.
Sounds pretty.
Yeah, so like there was like you could see all the lights. You could look at like the river. It's called the River Tejo. You could look at the river and it looked just pitch black because obviously there's no light in the river. It was really fun. I think like at night those are most of the things that I usually did. Was like more.
That's fair. Yeah,
more casual
that's entirely
things
fair.
Or just rad stuff. Yeah.
Sounds adventurous, the stuff that you did do.
I love adventure and just doing spontaneous things, exploring and whatnot. I love it so much.
Sometimes you just feel it and then you need to do it, and it's amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can relate. Also with tying into what Broccoli here said about us being hermits. I've mentioned this before, but I used to be what I would call a hermit because I used to never go out, never like, even with friends, I was like very, very limited in what I would do and who I even let close to me, I suppose. But in recent years, I've opened up a lot more, and I've also developed an actual desire to socialize more and more frequently as well. So I wouldn't consider myself a hermit anymore, but I still think, well, I mean, I say there's a lot of people who will go out a lot more than I normally do.
Yeah. I'm kind of on the same page to where I still very much like to be at home, and sometimes I feel too lazy to go out. But I do, like, sometimes I do feel like I want to socialize a lot more. I'm a lot more social nowadays than I used to be. And I like going out more than before.
High five.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because I used to be like, oh, social anxiety. I don't want to hang out with people. Like, I don't like people. Let me just be
Problems
alone.
like that'll hold you back.
Yeah, but I'm like oh shit. Now I fucking love like talking, and I love
Yeah,
socializing. I love just going out, and I love being with people and getting to know people and
yeah, me
be
too.
fun and energetic.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's so fun. Like it's really nice. It just makes you feel a lot like more dynamic and more like full of life, I
Absolutely.
guess. Yeah.
Also, someone here said, I gotta thank this stream for saving me 100 quid monthly. This is absolute therapy.
Oh my
Thank you so
god.
much.
Wait, who said that?
That is so cool to
Oh, it
hear.
was Luis. It was Terrell. Heck
Yes, that
yeah.
is really cool to hear.
That's cool. That's super
It's
cool to hear. Yeah.
it's so much fun to just hang out monthly. I think
Yeah.
we've got a good thing going here. I really like it. I really
Me
enjoy it every
too.
time.
It's so nice just talk about things and
Yeah.
kind of like reflect and reflect
Yeah.
on our lives have been, reflect on like maybe problems we're facing, on stuff that's upcoming, and all that kind of thing. And then
And
at the
it's
same
very
time
fun to get
talking
that
to more
interaction.
people. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love like my favorite part about streaming is really like seeing the
Right?
chat, being active, and like talk to
Chat.
everyone in the chat and you know just sharing our stories and
Yeah.
sharing nice
So cool.
moments. Yeah, I really like it. I try to do more productive. I'm very behind on the chat. I try to do more productive stuff in the morning, then chill out in the afternoon. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty fair. I think once I start waking up early, that's probably what I'm going to start doing, or work in the morning. Then have more time in the afternoon, not just having time at night exclusively. Don't y'all have Uber there though? I wouldn't wait for a bus until 5 a.m. Screw that. Oh, I'm guessing this one's for you, Shara.
Yeah, I'm not even sure about Uber, because there was a thing in Switzerland where, let me check actually, where it was illegal.
Really?
I don't know if that's still the case. I don't think that's the case anymore. But I mean, obviously there's taxis, but those are very expensive, as you might imagine. So that's not really an option unless you're rich. Especially if you're at a club that's a bit further away, which is the case for me. Especially, unfortunately.
Okay, wait, that's okay. Cool. I was looking at something here. Let's see. Sup, hello broccoli, welcome to the stream. Glad you joined us. I've seen him absolutely knackered and without a voice. It's the closest we'll ever see of him in a not happy mood. Oh yeah. Yo, I wish we could relive that day, man. That was crazy cool. Hell yeah, I'm the same thing. If I wake up at 5 a.m., I'm mad productive. But when I eat something, food coma kicks in like a train and wrecks me. Yeah, like the usual like feeling sleepy after eating lunch.
Yeah, especially after lunch.
What up? What up? Have horrible service here. Hello, BDCC once again, Levi. I hope Lucky is doing well still.
Yeah, eating that grass.
Putting autocorrect, man, super annoying. Don't you mean auto cucumber? Oh my god, those are like the those memes of like autocorrect
Yeah.
compilations. And like when people try to say autocorrect,
Auto
cucumber, auto cucumber, yeah, it's really funny. Before I continue the story, I might need someone to catch me up because it's easy to forget the stories when it's been a month. Oh crap! Well, I don't remember.
I think broccoli can do that, if anything.
Oh wait, I should have it on Discord actually, because I have a channel on Discord that has like the stream chat.
Yeah, because I don't remember.
At
least not the story.
Let's see. I know there was like this Dragonus that was like and then it was like dude was like
Good recap.
Oh wait, no, it didn't save on Discord because I didn't have anything set up at the time.
Yeah, right.
Wait, it was something like, "Oh, can you pretend to marry me?" or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember too clearly.
I really don't remember the
but
actual
Kian,
context.
you can go. Yeah, you can go. Like I have the stream up. If you go on the channel, you can probably go through there.
Yeah, you can find it if you really want to.
It. Yeah. Hopefully I will be done soon, and I have a guy coming out to work on my internet, so I can finally use it again. Sweet. Yeah, having slow internet is really annoying. I feel like the problem with that is that you might not try to find a solution to a problem if there isn't an obvious solution. Okay, yeah. I think it's a matter of balancing it. It's like trying to see, like, address your problem, trying to see, okay, what can I do to solve this problem? Like, what possible paths can I possibly take to possibly solve this problem? And then it's like with that introspection, judging if it is actually something that you can perhaps solve, and if so, you explore that. And then once you find a solution, then you know, okay, I have a solution. There's no problem anymore, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when you find that, okay, like, none of these things that I'm thinking of work, or there's nothing I can do about this, if it's something that like straight up, like, outright tells you, yeah, like, it's out of your control, then that's when you see that, okay, yeah, like, I can't do anything about this, so I shouldn't focus my energy on it, and on something else that I do have control over and that can influence my happiness.
Yeah, it's a matter of figuring out how to deal with it, because there's a solution to all problems, but sometimes certain things are out of our control, and then it's a matter of, okay, how do I personally deal with it emotionally, so that I can move on, let it go, move on. Or if it's not something you can move on from, then at least how do I deal with the situation when it comes up? Like, do I confront it? Do I talk to someone? What do I do? So there's always a way that you can deal with something, because the only other option, I guess, is doing nothing, which is not ideal for when you have a problem.
Yeah.
So at the very least, it's like figuring it out for yourself. Where does this problem fall for me? What does it, or what's my reaction, and how do I deal with that?
Yeah, exactly. Very well said.
Yeah, thank you. I give life advice, hourly rates. No, I'm kidding, obviously.
Our monthly life advice. I gotta thank this thing for saving me 100 quid monthly. It's absolute therapy. Hell yeah, we already read that one.
I'm really glad you guys are enjoying it as much as we enjoy it. It's a win-win.
I really like this. Yeah, it's very fun. I spend most of my days drawing in order to try and figure out how to draw hands and feeling. Dude, hands are the bane of any artist. Freaking hands, dude.
Yeah.
It's curious. Struggling to draw hands seems to be a pattern amongst artists. Yeah, exactly. It really is. Hands are very hard to do.
They are.
I fully get you. I'm terrible at drawing, and I tried it once. Turned out like better. Actually, didn't you draw that whole like Tom Wazowski? Tom Wazowski? No, that's from Sonic. No, is it? What is the name of the one-eyed dude from Monsters and Company?
Mike.
Mike. Yeah, Mike Wazowski. Tom Wazowski is from Sonic, from the Sonic movie. Yeah, didn't you draw Mike Wazowski fighting Porter Robinson the one time? Because that looked really fucking cool.
Wild.
It's just interesting from an outsider's POV. I'd guess hair is more difficult, but it seems to not be the case. You know, hair is just as difficult for me as well. It really depends on the kind of hair, though, I guess. But like when I try to do long hair, it sucks. It just looks so weird. Any artist will tell you hands are hard to draw. My older brother struggled with it for a while and put the hands of a character behind their back in order to hide them. Yeah, and like artists do that a lot. Yeah, it's such a classic. Jesus Christ, I'm burpy. I'm sorry. I just came back from my grandma's birthday party, which is happening at the back here right now, and I ate things and I drank juice, so now I'm kind of a little bit gassy from that. I feel that part of it is confidence. It's okay to take advice from our artists so you can draw better. If you don't ask for help when you're struggling with art, then I don't know what you'll do. I'm gonna try and find information. Be right back. Okay. Yeah. If you go, I don't know. It was like midway through the stream or something. I think you should be able to find it.
You'll find it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shiran.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about the places that I'm bringing you to. That I'm gonna take
Me
you
too.
to.
Me too.
Out of the schedule, what do you think was the most like exciting, or what got you the most curious?
Let me check the schedule again.
Yeah.
Where is it? Where are you? Here. Um, I'm most excited for the departure because then I'm leaving again. No, I'm just kidding.
My heart.
Heartbroken. I am okay. For once, I'm very excited about the Crystal Caves, and I'm
Yes.
also very excited about Sintra, and I'm also pretty excited for the Oceanarium. But
Yeah.
really, everything is nice, and also the whole day trips are something I'm really looking forward to as well.
Yeah.
Just because you're out and about, you're doing things all day long. It's really cool.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
we're
really
gonna go some
appreciate
far
you guys
places.
did this, like that you thought of this schedule and stuff to do.
Yeah. Some of it was my mom idea, so I can tell you right now.
Your mom is a legend.
Yeah, she is super cool. Fucking love my mom. Yeah, so the Berlenga's Island and the Crystal Caves was our idea. And Stubble's Beach Garden was her idea as well. And she suggested Sintra, which was something that I was already thinking of as well. So
Yeah,
we kind of met in that one. And then I suggested the zoo.
very good. You guys are good.
Yeah. So
I
yeah,
don't
we're
have to do anything. People are planning my holidays for
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
It's so funny. It's so funny. Yeah, all you have to do is take the plane,
Just-
get here, and
Ah.
then you just be like,
I don't need to do anything.
we're gonna lay you down in those like stretch chairs or whatever you call it, those
Yeah.
lounging chairs, and then we're gonna carry you on our shoulders.
Yes, please.
With a, and then
I
we're gonna
love
have
it.
like someone just feed you grapes like this.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Oh my god. But-
Luis wants to see the schedule.
Right, yeah. So for the most part, we're going to our best friend's place. We're gonna visit Berlengas. We're gonna visit. You might know Grutas Miradide, which is the Crystal Caves. They're super fascinating. I love that place. Sintra, we're going to Quinta da Regaleira, which is beautiful. It's gorgeous. I love that place so much. A lot of nature. A lot of there's like caves and stuff as well to explore. It's super
Sounds
cool.
lovely.
We're gonna go to the zoo. I love the zoo. I've been there so long. And we're gonna go to the Oceanarium with our best friend as well, which I haven't been there in like 2 years maybe. I went there very recently with my parents, but it's gonna be so fun to go with you guys. See, it's gonna be very
I'm
fun.
super looking forward to it.
Say again?
I'm super looking forward to it.
Hell yeah! Oh, it's gonna be
Very
so
excited.
Cool. And then one
And
of
here we
those
go.
days we're also gonna be streaming.
What's that?
And then one of the days in between we'll be streaming here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He says Shira deserves that kind of treatment. She's the president of the monthly book club. Yes,
Hell yeah!
Of course.
Absolutely. I love the little glass nod you did there. From the bit I reviewed, the story was about an awesome dragon named Kevin with super breath who gets roped into helping his friend Sheila. Right. Kevin has to pretend to marry Sheila's friend Grungle. Ah, yes, that was it. There was also a bit where Nerva and Shiranui said they wanted to be dragons. They said, "Science, get on it." Oh yeah, I remember
Still
that.
waiting for that.
We're still waiting
Still
for that.
waiting for that.
Yeah. Gonna be fucking dragons. Flying everywhere. Taking our friends for rides in our bags. Planes?
Living
No.
the best life.
We're gonna travel the world with our own wings.
Yeah.
That was super I actually do
That would be so cool.
fantasize a lot about that sometimes. Like, oh, imagine if we
Flying.
had wings and we could fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be super cool. Actually, yeah. Would you prefer being able to fly with wings or with no wings?
I feel like flying without wings is kind of like, come on, like what are you doing? If you're gonna fly, go all the way.
Yeah, I
And
share
it would
the
look
same.
silly, right?
Yeah,
Like as a human, like come on.
it's just
You gotta have the
boring,
wings.
you know.
Yeah.
It just look like Superman. I'm not super into Superman, and I think it looks a bit.
And
silly,
wings look
like,
imposing and cool.
Yeah, wings look so pretty and cool. Like, can
Mm-hmm.
you imagine how badass you would look? Sure, you know, having wings could be inconvenient, you know, physically wise.
Worth it. Worth it.
But worth it. You could fly anywhere. I mean, come on. With wings, hell yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't expect any less from you, Broccoli. Well, I'm going to start shortly, but I'm going to shout for a bit more so I have time to think. Go for it. My voice will be ready for it. Actually, hang on. I just realized something. How do I...
I think you should have Shira eat at least one Francescina.
Yes, that is definitely how you spell it.
I nailed it. I knew it.
Oh, that was really funny. So, yeah, you pronounce it Francesinha.
What Francescina?
Yeah. It's like the diminutive for French woman or French girl. Or,
And what is it?
well, not French girl specifically, but like, it's like the feminine diminutive of the word French. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I'll
like
take it.
Frenchie, but the female of Frenchie. Frenchie.
Okay.
Yeah, so Francinha, it's like I've never had one myself, so we'd both be tasting for the first time.
Taco? Fake Portuguese.
Yes. It's a thing with... Will you help me? It has hag, it has ham, it has chorizo, or salami. It has pasta, right? I'm not 100% sure. People say it's really good. It looks very good. I've never really
it's
had
good.
it. Yeah.
And I'm gonna hold you to getting that. I don't remember what it was, but
The
the
custard
thing
tart.
that someone donated $10 for.
Yeah, that was Luis as well.
What was the thing again that we were gonna get?
Custard tart. There, I'm
Okay,
so
yeah,
disappointed.
we're gonna
I'm
get
sorry. You know what? I was meant to get one at one
Disappointed.
point, but then I was like, last second, I was like, what if I don't like it? Then I'll be wasting money.
Oh
I'm gonna go to Burger King
no!
instead. And I went to Burger King instead, or McDonald's actually.
You gotta
Yeah.
try new things, Taco.
And then
new
I was
snacks.
really disappointed. I went McDonald's instead because the burger wasn't good. So I wasted
No.
money anyway. Yeah.
My God.
You're butchering. No, shut up, please. I'm sorry. Save me. Save the power of Francis in you, Luis.
How could you?
I know it's in Lisbon, so it's probably not as traditional as up here. But don't you think you should have Shuri? Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly. Bro, you fly in the air and airplanes are gonna hit you. Well, you know, you gotta practice those dodges. You know, just do a barrel roll.
We're gonna hit the airplanes.
Yeah, we're gonna hit
instead.
airplanes. Oh yeah, we're gonna take the airplanes down. Go
Yeah,
on.
we're gonna take them down.
That's right. Yeah.
It's the best sandwich. I'll have to take your word for it.
That is not a bad hand, broccoli. Let me show everyone. That is actually not a bad hand. Streamlabs, add image source. Add source. And now I change this to properties, browse, downloads. Here we go. It's too big. It's too big. It's too big. Hang on. Slow reveal of the hand that broccoli drew. Ta-da!
Let me check that. I have to wait. There it is.
Yeah.
That's a hand.
That's a hand.
That is
It's not a
certainly
bad
a
hand.
hand.
Definitely not a bad hand. Hide that. Okay.
Yeah, so the details, like the creases in the hand, already
Yeah.
makes that look like more realistic.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Let's see. Okay. What was I?
I'm wanting to visit Switzerland. What should I eat? You have to come to Switzerland.
You have.
It's nice here.
It's very nice.
What should you eat? Everything. You have to eat. I don't even know. You should go to a restaurant and ask them for anything that's like a Swiss a meal. They'll be happy to help you, I'm sure.
Oh right, I was looking earlier because I forgot. Turtle, this one is for you. We need that Cheers custard card with UHF T.T.
Beautiful.
The beautiful AI voice that he loves so much.
Absolutely love it.
About to clear my dragon flying with airspace.
Eat the Swedish grass? But the grass here is not Swedish. I'm offended. I can't believe you would do this.
Oh no! Your country has been mistaken.
The amount of times people mistake Switzerland for Sweden, I don't understand it. It has the same first 3 letters, I guess. No, it doesn't even have the same first 3 letters. Guys, please.
Yeah.
I am disappointed. Deeply wounded.
I used to... Oh god, Nervly, I wish you wouldn't have done that. It had to be done. It had to.
We shall never speak of this again. My guy said Swedish.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it happens, man.
That's funny.
You know, we're used to it here in Switzerland, and I'm sure the Swedes are used to it too.
Yeah, and as a kid, I used to mix up the two a lot between Switzerland and Sweden, because but I have a good excuse. In English, you say Switzerland and you say Sweden. In Portuguese, you say Suíça and Suécia. They are extremely similar.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Heck yeah. So about the francesinha, it's the best sandwich in the world, Shira. I'll hook you up whenever you're up north. Dude, fuck yeah. We should definitely go up north at some point. I've never been to Porto. Well, I've been to Porto twice, for parkour practicing. But next time you come here, Shira, we should definitely take a day to visit Porto or two. Absolutely. Yeah, I've never been there. I'm down. I've never seen the town or the city. You could just fly above the city so you don't hit the planes. That's also true. I'm wanting to visit Switzerland. What should I eat? Damn, that's a great drawing. Yeah, I couldn't do that for sure. Same. I'm terrible with hands. A lot of the times, like, I will either hide the hands or just like make a fist because that's easier. There are zones made for designated flight. Some areas are no-fly zones because government planes and such travel through there. This all applies to the US, so I don't know if it's different for other countries. I would assume so. That makes me think of like the whole like drone situation. There's a lot of things where you cannot fly drones. Yeah, I would imagine that's the case. Yeah. Yeah. What if I give you all free art? Will I be forgiven? Of course. That's a very good way of performing redemption. That is the way to repent for your sins. Yes. Indeed. you must draw Shiranui in front of the Switzerland flag. You need to draw me waving a Swiss flag. Yeah. That is the way to go. Hey, I corrected it to city right afterwards, okay? Yo, is Vapor barking out there nervily? Vapor, shut up! No, poor thing!
You're so mean to him!
No, I feel so bad! No, I feel so bad! Poor Vapor. How could you? No, it wasn't Vapor. It isn't Vapor.
It's like hitting a puppy. An injured, lonely puppy, and you're hitting it. No, Taco.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I feel terrible. No! Oh my god. Oh, I feel so bad.
It's like stepping on a dog's paw.
It is, guys. And please, someone punish me.
Worst in the world. I am sorry,
I feel terrible.
Vapor
is such a sweetheart, and it's such a precious thing, and I just, oh no.
Yeah, live with your guilt.
Oh, I feel so bad. I feel so bad. It's literally a character I made. Come on. Well, but
And
it's just
you
so
yelled
bad
at
because
him
I know
to
him. I
shut
know his
up.
personality, and oh no, I'm just imagining like his little voice and his like security, like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my god.
You are the one who has caused him to suffer. It is you. Wait, I can't hear you anymore? Is that just me or is it the stream?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Nice.
When I lifted my microphone and I banged my head, the cable disconnected.
Good job, good job.
I was like, no, I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, I genuinely feel bad. Oh my god, I am so
Guilty
sorry,
conscience.
Vapor.
Now you have to live with it.
Yeah. Aw, poor thing. He's such a sweetheart. He's amazing. I love Vapor. He's very sweet. Oh, that was funny though. But no, it's dogs. It's neighbors' dogs. They're always barking. Yo, when was the last time you fed him? I fed him last night.
What did you give him?
I didn't think that far. Tacos?
Does
Yeah,
that count as cannibalism?
Yeah, I fed him myself. For context, my nickname is Taco for Shira and our best friend.
Yes. Taco.
I'm Taco. It's so funny because like every time I see tacos or see someone named Taco or something of the sort, I'm like, hey, tacos.
It is I, Taco.
One of the reasons why we love eating tacos so much and going to Taco Bell. Actually, when Taco Bell came to Portugal for the first time, which was December 2019, we were ecstatic because because we had wanted to taste tacos for the longest time. And the closest thing to tacos we had was like this like very tiny, like maybe this size taco thingies. They were like crispy with ingredients inside.
What is this budget taco that you're describing right now?
I don't know. It was like this really
discount version.
But it was good. I'm not sure if there was an actual like Mexican restaurant or not, because it was like it was like a small restaurant thing, like in the middle of the street, right? But they were technically tacos. They had like ingredients inside, and they were like the shape.
They're just small.
You gave me an idea. Want me to put Vapor in the story? Yes, but he must remain precious and a sweetheart. That's the only condition. Henry, you should look at what I sent you. Oh, let me see. But then we were like, man, we really want tacos. Oh! I'm so sorry.
That taco sounds atrocious. Why would you eat that? The fuck?
Oh.
Well, when you're desperate, you know.
Yeah, it was literally the only thing that we had. Like, honestly, I would look up taco on Google. Taco Portugal, Taco Lisbon. Literally, the only restaurant that popped up. It was the only taco place that existed in the entirety of our country that we could find.
That's very
we had to work with what we had. So when we saw Miss Marie, hello, welcome to the stream.
Hi, Marie.
So when we found out that Taco Bell was coming to Portugal, finally, we were like, oh yes, baby, let's go. We went like we went nearly at the first day of at the day of opening. I don't think it was the day of opening, but very close to. We were like 40 minutes in the line waiting because there were so many people.
Wow.
But it was really fun because we were together. It was me and Raf. And then we had the tacos. It was great. I had like the extreme crunchy wrap. Amazing. And ever since then I also tried out the chicken burrito. Freaking love it. Without the spicy though, because I don't like spicy. And I love Taco Bell. Really, I love Taco Bell so much. Let me show you guys what Broccoli sent me. I feel even more terrible now. Oh, poor thing. Okay. This one. Done. Oh, I'm so sorry, Vapor. I love you. I love you, Vapor. Oh.
What have you done?
Oh, no. I'm gonna give him so many hugs and smooches and be like, it's okay, I love you.
That's the least
I
you
didn't
can
mean
do.
that. I was telling the dogs to shut up, not you. Oh, poor thing.
You must atone for your crime.
Yes, I must. Oh man. See, but how crazy is it that like how attached you get to a character to a point where you feel
Yeah.
this bad for a character, even like it's a
You
character
know,
you made, but like no
I get
one.
it.
Yeah.
I get attached to fictional characters. I get it.
Oh, I get attached to fictional characters a ton. Oh man. But yeah. So Shiranui,
Taco.
it's time for our monthly fan favorite segment. Book club. Insert logo here that I should have done, but I never thought of it until now. Maybe next time.
I appreciate
What?
the segue.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tell us about your adventures.
I have things to say. So I read 2 books. I'm gonna show you.
Do it.
1 second. I'm gonna talk about the one I enjoyed a little less
Okay.
first.
We'll end with a bang.
So
You hold on to your creations, Lord knows I do. Yeah, exactly.
so
It-
boys.
It makes
Boys
you a
and
lot more
girls.
attached to and when you create it. Go for it.
The last book I read, actually I finished this yesterday, I believe. Here. Schoolgirl by Dazai Osamu. As
Wait
you
a
can see-
second. Schoolgirl by Osamu Dazai.
If the
I-
name sounds familiar, then it's because you watched an anime with him in it.
I think it might have been Joey. I think I might have heard it from Joey. You know Joey?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I might
About
have heard it
this
from
book?
Joey. About the act, both.
sure?
Yeah, I think either the book, the author, or both. Just because that name is not strange to me whatsoever, and I can hear Joey's voice in my head.
Yeah.
Going Osamu Dazai.
They talked about it before on Trash Taste as well. So, Dazai Osamu is a character in the anime Bungo Stray Dogs.
Yes, Morgan Stray Dogs. Yeah, it was definitely Joey.
And this anime has characters in it, and all of them are authors, or based on authors from Japan, or most of them from Japan anyway. And Dazai is one of them. He's one of the main characters. And that's actually how I got into this type of literature as well. That's how I got into this author, and he's actually good.
Ooh.
So his most well-known works are No Longer Human and The Setting Sun, which I read earlier this year. And this one, Schoolgirl, is I guess a little lesser known, but it's, how do I describe it? This is a short story, as you can see. It's very thin.
Mm-hmm.
And it basically follows a girl in school during her regular day. And it's like a stream of consciousness type story. So you're literally just reading her thoughts about her day and about stuff that's going on. And she's suffering a lot. Like, for example, she's dealing with the grief of losing her father. And but she's also experiencing problems with feeling disconnected from her family and feeling disconnected from people around her. And she just generally doesn't feel good. She doesn't really feel good about the way she presents herself. She can't really present her authentic self, which is something that Dazai himself struggled with, and this is obvious in all of the books that I've read by him so far. And Dazai has a very a writing style that's very beautiful, and it flows very, very well. And anything that he writes, it's very obvious that he pours himself into it. So it's clear here that he's using the protagonist to vocalize some of his own agony that he felt throughout his lifetime. And he was a very troubled person. He had multiple suicide attempts during his life, and he actually did end up taking his own life in a double suicide, I believe, at age like, I think maybe 40 or something. Don't remember exactly. But he had a short life, very troubled life, and it's very, very obvious in this book. It's very beautiful. And it's not this one in particular is not very difficult to read, so I can recommend it if you're down for that. It's relatively light. There are things in it that will make you think, maybe things that will speak to you. It is relatively relatable with the thought processes and stuff. So yeah, I can recommend this. This is the last book I read.
Nice.
This book had the misfortune of being the book that I read after a novel that consumed my entire consciousness. So while reading this book, I was like, okay, so reading this book, it was enjoyable, but it almost felt like I was like cheating on the other book. It was like this was my fling, and the other book was my spouse, my husband.
Yeah. Okay.
So the other book, let me make sure, that I read was this one. It is Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky, and this one is fat.
Oh yeah, that's
it has a little over 600 pages, and this story. Don't worry, I won't spoil it. By the way, this story follows Rodion Raskolnikov, who at the very beginning of the story, wait, I think Taco is not listening. I'm gonna wait for a second so he can hear it. So I don't have to say it again. Nervely's face. The way she's describing makes me want to read it. I can recommend it. It's a pretty easy book to read, that one. So I can recommend
you hear
it.
me? I'm sorry, my mom was talking to me.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to be back.
Yeah.
I figured.
They just want to take a group photo because of the birthday. So I'm going to take the group photo and then I'm going to come back.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I will chat with chat and wait with this until you're back.
Just the story description looks like it's wrecking him emotionally. Yeah, I was like, well, my mom was outside and she was like talking to me, and I was like listening to her. So yeah, I bet my face would probably look really weird there. Okay, I'll be back in a bit.
Go for it. Yeah. Okay, cool. So chat, now we can say whatever we want because we're alone.
Don't cancel me.
Don't cancel me. Yeah, we gotta be careful. I hope I don't cancel myself by accident. Yeah, guys, I don't know what to tell you. Reading is consuming my mind. What's interesting about darker books is that, at least for me, they feel more compelling. If done correctly, these types of books can connect to the reader, make them think and love. I'm going to assume you're going to say something more. I agree. I generally, at the moment, feel drawn to books that have some kind of core that just provokes thought. Anything that's a little philosophical, or anything that should just, provokes a reaction and actually thinking about it, I will be drawn to it. I enjoy it a lot, which is the reason why currently I'm reading more books like this instead of maybe lighter storybooks that aren't maybe as, how should you say, heavy to read, I guess. But what I really enjoy about reading is learning from the books, and I always find that it's like reading the thoughts of someone else, and there's always something to be gained from that. And that's what I really enjoy about it. To learn things, and I really think that reading broadens your horizon a lot, and just opens up your mind as well, because you learn about different perspectives and such. And I think that's really, really important. And that's also the reason why I think reading is a great way to just learn and sort of develop yourself. Love when the protagonist triumphs. Some books with a not happy ending can be more powerful. It just feels weird because of how most books end. Yeah, I think we're very used to having a happy ending. But I think that unhappy endings can be just as fine, and some stories, it would feel forced if they had a happy ending. So yeah, I can enjoy a bad ending, quote unquote, just as much, like the bittersweetness. I have heard of the hero's cycle or the hero's arc or whatever it's called. I gotta say that I don't really pay much attention to it. I just kind of go with the flow. But I have heard about it, and I'm sure a lot of people do utilize that. To where I think it's where the hero, the protagonist, sort of has to learn something, overcome some kind of issue, and then at the end he succeeds, I suppose. Oh, I'm also, by the way, I'm also reading a poetry. Greetings. He is back. What an entrance. What an entrance.
So
indeed,
because my door
friends.
can't be locked, I removed literally the doorknob.
No way.
And so when I closed the door, I forgot to bring the knob, literally right here. And so
Wow.
I was like, well, I have to enter
GG.
through the window now.
GG. I was just saying that I am currently also reading a poetry book, but I can't really say much about that yet. All I can say is that it's relatively difficult to read for me because I'm not someone who would normally seek out poetry, and it's something that you need to read very mindfully. You can't just binge this book. I mean, you can, but I think if you do, then you're kind of missing the point. But I wanted to talk about this. So I will tell you now about this book. This is a
Do it.
Russian classic. It was written, when was it written? 18 something. Middle of 1800, something like that. And I think what's really important to know as well while reading this is at least like a little bit about the author's life. He was in fact actually sentenced to death at some point because of activities that the Tsarist government in Russia at the time did not approve of. So he was sentenced to death, and shortly before he was killed, literally moments before, his sentence was reprieved, and he was instead sent to Siberia, where he had to work for, I think, 4 years. Don't quote me on that. I think it was 4 years. And so obviously this guy went through a lot, and it's very important to keep this in mind while reading this. I think this applies to most books where it's good to know at least something about the author. But I think here you'll benefit more, or especially much, if you know about it. So this is a Russian classic. It follows basically the protagonist, Rodion Raskolnikov, who at the beginning of the book has already made up his mind about a crime he's going to commit. And we're sort of thrown into the world. He's an ex-student. He's very poor. He lives in a really shoddy apartment, and he's generally not doing that great. And we're introduced to some of the characters who live near him. We're introduced to his landlady, and there's a pawnbroker who gives people money in exchange for their things. And this is something I don't remember that well, but she's described as just generally not a great person. She's keeping all this money for herself. She's really horrible to oh, who is it? To either to her sister or to her niece. I don't remember exactly. She's described as a bad person, and so he's made up his mind to murder her. And we're sort of introduced to his mindset of like, am I really going to do this? What's wrong with me? Like, my God, how can I possibly go through with this? And but eventually he ends up doing it. He murders her. This is described in a very detailed manner. That's the crime in this book. And then after this, we get the punishment. And the punishment is of psychological nature. Because despite being very clumsy and things happen that are unforeseen, he gets away with the murder. Nobody, or I should say, nobody sees him committing the murder. But he has to take great care that people don't hear about this, or rather that he doesn't say the wrong thing and such. And he does have suspicions on him. The worst part is the psychological torture that he goes through after this. He falls into some kind of delirium. He really has to contend with it in his mind, and it's very bad for him. All the while, he's got family problems that sort of get worse and worse. He has to deal with his mother and his sister, who are also very poor. His sister is agreeing to a marriage that she's basically doing to save her family or to provide them with money from the guy that she's going to marry. So he has to deal with all these things, right? And I won't say how it ends, but what the amazing thing about this book is it's obviously a long book, and there's a lot of time for us to spend inside Raskolnikov's mind. And this author, Dostoevsky, is super, super good at pinning down the psychological things that happen to someone who has committed murder. And he describes them so well that while reading it, you can really feel the anxiety and the dread of the protagonist, and you really feel at some point like you have committed the murder yourself. And I really can't describe to you the heaviness of the atmosphere of this book. When I finished it, it was a relief, because I felt so muddled under the weight of this crime that the protagonist had committed. And reading his thought processes for 600 pages really does something to you. And it's amazing. It's very believable. It's very authentic. And I think everyone can learn something from this. And I can understand why it's a classic. And I can understand why this author is so highly renowned. And I will definitely be reading more books by him. I just need to sort of let this sink in. I read this in 10 days because I loved it so much. And I could not put it down. And I cannot stop thinking about it. And I'm a little tsundere with it, because it's like, oh my god, I love these stories by Akutagawa so much and stuff. But this really holds up. It really holds up.
That's the one you said that completely consumed your consciousness, right?
It does, yeah.
I can see
really
why.
gets you. It really gets you, because he really has a very deep understanding of the human psyche, and he somehow describes it in a way that makes it feel like it's happening to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never experienced anything like it with a book. Obviously, there's often in books you can relate and you can sort of, understand how the characters are feeling, but this is an experience. And I still think about this every day. I'm not kidding.
That's really
I think
cool.
about this all the time. Oh, so yeah, I'm kind of waiting for this to sink in, and I'm I already ordered and received another book by this author
See.
because I want to read more by this guy. He's brilliant. He
No,
really
yeah,
is.
that sounds fascinating, really.
It is. I think everyone should read this. And I think everyone can take at least something from it.
Yeah.
You just kind of have to commit to it because obviously it's a long book. And I will say at first it does take a little bit to get into it because the setting is probably unfamiliar. It's Russia, it's 1800s, the names and all that, it's unfamiliar. But once you're in it and you're accustomed to the writing style, then for me personally, at some point I could not put it down again.
Yeah.
It's a page turner, you might say.
That's really cool. So what's the one that you ordered to receive already?
I ordered Notes from the Underground, which I read a lot of good things about, and it's a book that he wrote a few years before this one. And apparently it's really good too. Apparently everything by this guy is really good.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. And the thing is, I felt like I needed a little break after this one because it had such an impact on me. So I decided to read something a little lighter, and I knew Dazai's way of writing already, so I figured this would be a good way to do it, and it was. And probably soon I'll read this other book by him.
Yeah, and I just gotta taking a mental break from.
Gotta take it in, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still
Yeah, I
it's
think
still
it is,
very
exactly.
fresh on my mind.
Yeah.
Funnily enough,
And it
despite the
seems
fact
like a
that I've
very
read
heavy
another
story.
book. It is very heavy, yeah. How should I say? Yeah, it's the atmosphere. He describes it so well, and obviously it's a heavy topic. Another thing I guess that's interesting to point out is that the family drama, quote unquote, around this whole stuff is also very well constructed. And at some point, while something was unfolding, I actually forgot, or almost forgot, that the guy had even committed a crime in the first place, because you're so engrossed in this other stuff that's happening. And you familiarize yourself with its thought processes, and I think it's very interesting to see how people feel about this protagonist as well, because obviously, he committed a murder. But you spend 600 pages with him, so people are going to have different opinions about him regardless.
It kind of feels like, at first, it might seem like the main plot point and what the story is going to focus around a lot is the murder, but then it ends up being the murder is just something small that happens in the bigger picture of it, and what it actually focuses on is everything that happens after that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, with this mental state, I guess, the psychological side of it.
Yeah, the murder happens pretty early in the book, and it's also mentioned on the back of the book. It's like this guy commits a murder, and then after that stuff happens. And that is really where the book shines, the description of his inner machinations.
That sounds fascinating.
It is fascinating. I'm still shooketh.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier that Dazai had written No Longer Human.
Correct.
But there's also a No Longer Human by Junji Ito, right?
Correct.
Okay.
But that's based on Dazai Osamu's story.
Really?
It is an interpretation of it, yeah.
Wow.
Because Dazai is pretty well known. He's one of the great literary figures in Japan. So he's very well known. And especially this book, I believe it's the second best-selling book in Japan in general. So yeah, he's well known, and there are references to him in pop culture, like in this anime that I mentioned, which is how I learned about him, but also in this interpretation of it by Junji Ito, I think his name was. I've heard of this as well. It is all based on Dazai Osamu's story.
That is very interesting. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. That's
These
cool.
people have influence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Schoolgirl is something that you'd recommend to beginners. Then.
I think Schoolgirl is a pretty easy and light novel to begin with, yeah. And I do think that beginners can take it in. And there are things that are a little less obvious in it, but there are also questions that she asks herself directly that like ask the reader, I guess, about certain things, certain topics, and I think that this would be a relatively easy book to read if you're not used to reading books.
Okay. Yeah, I might try and take a look into it. There was also the one other book from the Netflix series you told me about last time. The one with like getting stuff
Marie
tidy.
Kondo. Marie
Yeah.
Kondo. Yeah.
What was it called?
The book I don't know because I didn't read it, but I watched the series Tidying Up with Marie Kondo on Netflix.
Do you know the name of the series?
I mean, that's the series. That's what it's called.
Marie Kondo?
Tidying Up with Marie Kondo.
Oh, tidying. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, because I need to watch that as well. So reading the comments here.
Yeah, somebody said, or yeah, Luis asked if I take notes, and he's not here anymore, but I'm gonna answer the question anyway. I don't take notes per se, although I do write reviews, which I always send to one of my best friends, who also reads. I send him like a PDF with a review in it every time, and he really likes it.
Whoa!
And I've started posting the reviews on Goodreads as well. So
no way!
Something,
Did
yeah.
you really?
Yeah.
That's super cool. I had no clue.
I've started posting them, and no one knows about this obviously because no one knows me. But recently I added a coworker on it who also likes to read, and I felt surprised with the inhibition that I felt about her reading the reviews, because the reviews are something so personal. It's like, I feel like reading something is so close to your heart and what you think of it and how you interpret stuff. And I write relatively long reviews, I guess, or at least medium long reviews. And I do write how it affects me and what I think about it. And so at first it was like, whoa, she's gonna read that. But then it was like, but then at the same time it was almost freeing in a way, because it's like, okay, here is what's on my mind. Here's my soul. Take it or leave it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I started doing that. I still write the reviews for my friend, and then I post either that completely the same on Goodreads, or I adjust it slightly, but it's mostly the same thing.
That is really cool.
I do that, and I started putting tabs in the books for passages that I enjoy. Here, I didn't do it until I was already like in the last third of the book or so. Otherwise, there would be more in it. But I started doing it, and I've noticed that it's pretty fun because you can go back to quotes or passages you like, and it does help to highlight stuff for if you want to go back to it. I found it to be helpful.
That's interesting. Do you just like mark the pages, or do you also like highlight like the quotes?
I don't highlight it. I have thought about it because sometimes I would like to highlight passages, but I just can't bring myself to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be able to do it sometime, but I can't bring myself to write in a book. I've even here, because I'm so concerned about the book, even though it's just a book and like you can always get another one, I guess. But normally these tabs are like about this long, but you probably can't see this at all. But I've actually cut them so that the sticky part is not on top of the text, because I'm worried about it damaging the print.
Oh yeah.
So I'll just stick it on the outer edge of the page where I want where the passage is, but not over the print. So yeah, can't highlight.
Yeah, and that's completely fair. Like
yeah,
I wouldn't want to damage the print
too
either.
precious.
Yeah. That's cool. So how can I find you in Goodreads?
My name's just Shiranui, but there are several Shiranuis, so I'm gonna send you my profile actually.
Do it.
I've currently, or I should say, I started writing reviews when I read Rashomon and 17 Other Stories, and I wrote one for Crime and Punishment, and today I also posted one for Schoolgirl.
Nice.
So I'm gonna send that to you. There you go.
Sweet. You feel free to shout it in the chat as well if you want. Yeah, there it is. Little
If
girl.
anyone.
Crime and Punishment.
Oh, I like how I highlighted my name in the chat. I hope that link works.
Wait, where did you post it?
Directly in chat.
Wait, do I have to refresh? It's not, I haven't received it yet.
Weird.
Maybe it's just a little on my end.
Maybe.
Test. Okay, I got
Did
the
you get
test.
Okay, but that's weird because that means you didn't get the link.
Yeah. Wait, I'll...
Try if you posted. Maybe that will work.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'm really glad that at least one person thinks book talks are interesting because I am so passionate about these books, but I feel like it's difficult to reach people with it, or I always feel like it's such a niche thing that people won't care about. But this is my heart and my soul.
Yeah, and I love that like you get to share your thoughts and talk about it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it so much.
Here. Yeah, because it's a nice thing to share. Like, I love like again like the way you talk about it. There's like so much passion in it.
Yeah, I
And
feel it. I'm so glad you
yeah.
can hear that because
Yeah,
I
for sure.
always feel like I'm just giving you word vomit.
Nah, not at all.
So I'm happy that it is enjoyable for some
Yeah.
people at least.
For sure, absolutely. I was hoping Double Trouble would be here because I'd really like to know if they already.
Yeah, I really
Read the
feel
book.
kind of bad because I should have mentioned maybe that it really is kind of a niche because it's Japanese classic literature. And it's short stories, and I really do think that you have to be in a certain mindset to appreciate it fully.
Yeah.
And I think that I raved about it so much that it's hard for the book to live up to those expectations. But nevertheless, I mean, it is a very good book. I'll vouch for it, and it's a really good author.
Yeah.
I will stand by him.
That's
He is
sweet.
my guy.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, that was it for a book segment. Whoa.
Book
And
club
now-
is closed for this month. Look forward to next month, where surely
Yeah.
I'll have some great opinions about something again.
Yeah. Well, everyone has a niche. Every single person has something they have a huge interest in, and when you get them going, you can hear the passion they have for the subject.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's something I really enjoy like hearing people talk about what they like. 'Cause
Yeah,
there's
it's
so
like,
much energy in their work.
yeah,
So
when
like,
this fire ignites in
Yeah,
people,
exactly.
and I love that.
it's really nice.
So cool.
All right, what should we talk about next?
I was just gonna ask you just if you've learned anything interesting or exciting or cool this month. Anything that has like maybe impacted you or changed the way you look at something or helped you in a task or something you normally do.
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't think so. At least not this month. I feel like it's pretty much the same. It's been pretty much the same as last month.
Fair.
Yeah, go for it, Kian. Resume the story.
Story time.
I guess one thing that was really cool that happened in the picnic I mentioned earlier, my cousin was there and we were kind of like talking about, you know, what our lives were like right now, you know, job wise, and and like achieving your goals and living, yada yada. And it was really fascinating to me to like have that conversation, and like tell a bit about what I was up to, hear what he was up to. My cousin's brother, he couldn't be present because he had to study, but we also talked about him. And it all came down to this thing of how we are all doing so many things in our lives right now that are like healthy and professional and super good and stuff. And you know, and I told him like, dude, just a few years ago we were like obsessed about playing Yu-Gi-Oh and playing video games, which you know we still do, but now we're talking about this whole like thing, like very adult things, like whoa,
Wow.
I have this job, like
We've
whoa.
grown up.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
we're good in life, and you know my cousin's brother is like super into like exercising right now and studying for college. Like he's very focused on those two things, which is crazy, and I admire that a ton because of like his persistence with it. And you know, he made an app. My cousin's brother made an app for the Play Store, which was like ranking number 1 for a long ass time. Last time I checked, it still was, which was like this educational app, and he's doing well in school from what I understood. You know, he's exercising. My cousin now he's out in Germany as well. Good life, good work, and you know my stuff already.
Yeah.
And it was like
so
really
good.
nice, just like talking about these things and be like,
Yeah.
man, like look at it.
A really
look at us
cool
go.
moment where you can connect to each other.
Yeah, it was
about
very nice.
living your best life.
Yeah. And
That's so cool.
stuff like that is like it's really motivating.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
It's just cool to share that
yeah,
stuff.
it kind of feels like once you get the ball rolling, it just keeps going, and then you're like,
Absolutely,
because the ball
Sure.
is rolling, that's giving you motivation as well.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
because you see things happen. Yeah, it was pretty.
It's easier
nice.
to do things once you're already doing things.
Sorry, what was that?
It's easier to do things once you're already doing things.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, there's one thing that's been happening this month, which is I've been going to the dentist.
Yes.
And, yeah.
GG.
I've already had like 5 or 6 appointments or something.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
Oh, I'm so happy about it. So
Yeah.
Oh no, but to talk about this, I have to talk about other things. Okay, you know what? I can't like talk about it without the other things. Okay, so, I have this health insurance that's given to me by the store I worked at, and so let's just say that like until the 22nd actually, I was only gonna have the insurance until then. So now I don't have it anymore. And so I was like, okay, until then I have to use it because I've never used it before in the 5 years that I've been working there. And so because I have been like having like toothaches the past like month, I was like, okay, I've had this dentist be recommended to me. So let's and they said it was good. They said we're happy with it, and they have an accord with this insurance company, so let's try it. And so I went there. I made an appointment. It was like a very spontaneous thing. I was like, okay, I have to do this. Oh my god, just do it. And then I just grabbed the phone and called. I scheduled an appointment. I was like, okay, oh my god, I scheduled
Very
an appointment
good.
for the dentist. I'm a bit nervous. But yes, okay. And so it was next week, Tuesday, I went there. People at the counter, super nice. I go inside the lab, I'm not sure, the doctor's room.
I guess.
And he is super awesome. He's super cool dude. Been to England, lived there 14 years, told me a ton about it. Really put me at ease. And it was the kind of doctor who would also like explains what he's doing, very
Mm,
like
very good.
detailed and stuff. To keep you distracted and to keep it like a nice like dynamic between the two of you. So it was super awesome. I was very satisfied. Um, he so he kind of checked what he had to do. He cleaned up some of my teeth and stuff, and then next appointment would be to start like actually restoring. So I had like 4 restorations, which was 2 down here, 1 up here. He removed, it was a tooth extraction, a root extraction actually over here. That's why I don't have this tooth right here. Because this tooth broke like 2 years ago or something.
Okay.
But the root was still in the gum, and so he said that he had to remove that root because otherwise he could come to cause a cyst. He took like an X-ray and showed me that it was already starting to affect my bone on top. There was like this like black blur smear thing, and it was like he was already starting to like destroy the bone. So in a while it would inevitably create a cyst. So he removed that root, and he also restored this tooth over here. So yeah, I haven't had tooth pains in a month.
Very good.
Since each of those.
That's an improvement.
Yeah, it was very nice. I'm happy about that thing I did, because I was always like I've been meaning to go to the dentist for so long, but because I'm always like kind of scared. I was always kind of scared.
Course.
I would always like put it off, but now like I need to do the thing. I'm gonna do the thing, and I do the thing.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well done.
So that was nice. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Nice.
Okay, so let me just recap some things for people who don't remember. If you want, you can read for people who don't listen to the stream and don't look at the chat. Kevin is a cool dragon that got roped into marrying Drungle by his friend Sheila, and he can't say no because Sheila is blackmailing him with a secret he can't tell his dad.
Nice.
Last time with Dragon Ball Z.
Previously on Avatar.
Yeah. In the previous episode. Do you remember that? I think you watched them already by then. That was Felix when he did like full story playthroughs at the beginning of this was years ago.
I do not remember that.
Yeah, so this was when he played Walking Dead. I'm pretty sure it was when he played Walking Dead. He would always start the videos with "in the previous episode," like with that.
Okay.
This voice. Okay. Yeah, it just kind of reminded me of that. But yeah. Oh man, I was gonna tell you something. I forgot what it was.
This is so sad. Can we have a moment of silence?
The whole thing. So the music, the meme, sad trumpets.
Oh.
Yeah. What about you? Did you learn something this month, or something that changed your perspective, or something you're proud of that you did?
I'm thinking about stuff I learned because I do have something I want to share. Stuff I learned, other than stuff that I learned from the book.
Yeah.
Because I just talked about that. Yeah, there were some situations at work that I was able to learn from. And that's been really cool. I have a relatively unique situation at work where we have a team that's really close, and I have a pretty close relationship with my boss. And that enables me to sort of learn certain things and have some personal developments that are beneficial to me. So that's very nice, and I've noticed that in the past weeks again. And also, I have someone who I supervise at work, and I've learned some things with regard to that as well. Because sometimes it just is challenging, because sometimes there are issues at work or problems or whatever, and it's not always easy. But I was able to confront those, and I think that I'm not doing too badly. So I'm happy about that.
Hell yeah.
And but the thing I wanted to share was that actually 2 days ago on Thursday, I had my graduation ceremony because I finished
Ooh.
the further education that I was doing. And it was very nice. We went there with some friends. We invited one of our best friends, and then I invited my boss as well. And we just sort of went there. We got our diplomas. We got some snacks and whatever. The teachers were there, and one of the teachers, the German teacher, actually came up to me, and she was like, "Your literature exam was perfect. Like, literally, I aced it."
Holy shit,
That's
nice.
the thing that I told you, that I sent you a voice message about. And the literature exam was the one I was the most nervous about because it's the one that I care about the most personally. So, in essence, we had to read 4 books from a list that we could choose from. One of them had to be from like the 18th or 19th century. They had to be different types of books. You know, they were all kind of classics. We had to read those and be able to interpret them and analyze them, and also know like the era in which it was published and know about the author, and be able to analyze the way it's written just linguistically as well. But we didn't know which of the 4 books would be tested, so we had to know all of them. And at the test, they would ask you about one book that you had to analyze, and then you also had to make a connection with another book, like what are the similarities, or maybe there's something the authors have in common, or something like that. And I was really nervous about it, and I had a good feeling about it after I finished it, though. And I remember telling you that I thought the teacher had like this look of approval in her eyes.
Yeah.
But I genuinely did not expect this. She came up to me and she was like, "That was a really great exam. You aced it, literally 100 out of 100 points. There was nothing that they had
Wow.
to detract from," and I was so happy about
Holy
that.
shit, nice.
My God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Heck yeah.
Yeah, I was so happy because obviously I care about it
Yeah.
on a personal level. So the fact that I was able to do so well in that, I aced it. It's like, yes, I did it.
Hell yeah.
That made me really happy.
No, yeah,
That was
that's
super cool.
and it should be everybody, yeah. Especially being literature, like you love books so much. So
Exactly.
it's like
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
that you were passionate about, and it was important to you. And
Yeah.
you managed
Yeah.
to
And I
get like
told her that
100%.
too.
That's so
Yes.
cool.
I
Hell
told her
yeah.
like, wow, I'm so glad because I was, I cared about that. And she was like, yeah, you could tell, or we could tell that you cared about it. And that's really one of the best achievements this month. Other than
Yeah.
the fact, obviously, that I finished my further education finally,
Yeah.
got my diploma, and now
Heck
I gotta
yeah.
think about what I'm gonna do next.
You gotta frame that diploma. You
Gonna
know.
hang it on the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, so cool.
So what's your future looking like right now?
My future?
Yeah.
So I'm planning on for the next year to keep working at the same place that I'm working for right now. And I also want to tackle more further education within about a year. I don't know what yet. I don't know if I'll study something or do something else similar, but I don't know which direction to take yet. And I really feel like there's something that will fit me, but I don't quite know what that is yet.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, because I can't work full time, I really want to see if I can do some kind of side project, just to occupy my time with, and to do something cool, to learn. Maybe I'll do something that has to do with books. Maybe I'll make a book club.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea yet. I've thought about like making videos about the books that I'm reading. Maybe I'll do that. Who knows? Something that I can work on that'll be fun for me, that I can be passionate about, that I can also learn from.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I also really actually want to learn another language. And so I've been watching videos on YouTube about Japanese.
Oh, nice.
And I'm really trying to make it a habit to where I can sort of learn at least some things.
Yeah.
One thing that I'm pretty happy with is Japanese has 3 different scripts and or 3 different alphabets, you could say. And one of them is hiragana, the other one is katakana, and then there's kanji, and kanji is the Chinese characters that you see all over the place that are really complicated. But the hiragana and the katakana I can read. It just takes me a bit because it's not like natural to me, but I can read it. So often when I see Japanese writing, I'll try to see if I can decipher it.
That's so
and
cool.
that's really cool.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, now I'm trying to sort of see some stuff about the grammar and some kanji stuff because you do have to get on that. And I think the next step is to learn vocabulary so that I can just fill up my understanding of hearing and reading it. And hopefully I can keep that going because I do think there's merit to it. And learning a language is just good for you in general. So I really want to keep at it.
Sweet. Yeah,
Yes.
and honestly, knowing you as I do, I think you have like, I think you have what it takes to like be able to learn it. Because I noticed that like when you want to do a thing, like you have no problems in doing it and keeping at it. The discipline, I think we talk about a lot. Something I admire about you. So I think that you won't have like a extremely hard time learning Japanese, and honestly, that's really freaking cool.
Thank you. I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, because like Japanese, I've tried learning Japanese.
I mean, it is hard.
It is very hard.
Obviously, with all the characters. Ugh,
Yeah.
it's rough.
But man, I don't think like I don't think I have what it takes to actually like
You don't?
keep
Are
at
you
it.
sure?
I don't think so, no. Because I don't know, it's just like I don't know, man. I don't have like this sort of like that commitment, the level of commitment
Yeah.
that's necessary.
I think it's a conscious decision that you have to make. Like,
Yeah.
I want to do this, and I'm going to dedicate the time to it, even if I don't feel like it. That's like the main problem. I think the motivation that fades over time,
Yeah.
or at least it comes and goes. But you know logically that you want to do something, so you really have to make a habit of it so that it's easier to actually keep at it.
Yeah. And then it's just a whole matter of the discipline again, like actually
Yeah,
keeping
yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah, being persistent.
I mean,
about
it isn't easy.
Yeah. No, but yeah, like you got this for sure. I'm excited that
yeah.
you're learning Japanese because I love Japanese.
Yeah, me
like
too.
it's such a nice sounding language. I love
I
listening
agree.
to people speak it. And yeah, it's like it's a good challenge too. Like it's a very good challenge to
Yeah,
to
it's good for you to do that.
yeah, exactly. That's awesome. Definitely keep me posted about that.
I will for
Yeah,
sure.
that's cool. Let me see here. Ken has been writing the story.
And he's been writing.
Okay. To continue the story of Kevin, he had recently got the shocking news from his friend Sheila. He was getting married to Grungle. After putting away the pie he burned, he took his apron, yes, and cleaned up the kitchen. It took about an hour to clean as all the walls were burned, and Kevin needed to quickly cook them down. Luckily, Kevin's house didn't burn down, which is probably due to the stone walls he ordered his house to be made out of after he accidentally
Nice.
burned his last house down when he sneezed. Oh no! For Kevin. As he continued to clean his house, Kevin couldn't stop wondering about what he was going to do in the new situation he found himself in. I forgot what voice I gave him, but I think it was like a cool voice, like, how long will I be married to her? Will I ever be able to live the same way again? And, okay. And what will I tell my father when he comes to discover what happened? Were all thoughts that flew to Kevin's mind. The more he thought about it, the more Kevin became anxious by his situation. After cleaning, Kevin decided he should visit his friend Vapor. Hey, in order to get his words off his chest. Let's go. Vapor's gonna give him the best advice.
Cameo appearance, Vapor.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, moral of the story, don't marry someone you don't want to marry.
Yeah, don't matter. It doesn't matter if you're being blackmailed. Don't not worth it. I miss doing things with Viper, but in stream it's impossible because I always have to pre-record
Yeah.
them. I thought of doing a stream with just Viper, but the problem is, what if people like ask him questions and I don't know how to answer them because like I haven't written enough about him.
I
I
mean,
think
yeah, that's
yeah,
fair.
I need to give him more lore because like at this point
Yeah.
he's like a very sweet dragon, very like shy, very positive, energetic and stuff. Well, shy and energetic don't go hand in hand, but like he's shy at first, but he gets energetic when he's comfortable. Very much a reflection of me, I suppose.
Give him that lore.
Yeah, but then it's like, what's his favorite food? What's his favorite color? Where
Yeah,
did he come
true.
from? Where he was born? All that kind
There
of
could be
stuff.
any number of questions that you could be unprepared for. It's true.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I do want to like develop him more a bit more. I want to develop him a bit more eventually, and give him more story, because I really like doing like character development stuff.
For sure.
It's fun.
Do it, do it.
Yeah. I'll need to figure that out. But I suppose like also what it would smell like as a purple dragon. I feel like it would smell like strawberries.
Wait, you feel like he would like strawberries or what?
No, he would smell like
Oh,
strawberries.
he would smell like strawberries.
Yeah.
He could. He's a dragon. He can do anything,
Yeah, exactly.
including smelling like strawberries.
He's a purple dragon. I don't know why my mind comes to strawberries, but it might be because when I was working at store, a lot of the times, there would like be customers walking past me, and there would be this perfume of strawberry, and it was so flipping good. And like but it was like so many different customers that would wear this perfume, and I would be like, sometimes I would be like so close to go up to the customer and ask them, what is the perfume you're using? Because there's so many people that use it and I love it, but I never actually muster up the courage to do it.
I do get
Um,
that. Sometimes I'll smell something like that occasionally, and it's like, my God, that's just so good.
yeah, yeah. I feel like Vapor would smell strawberries. And his favorite food could be tacos, just because of the funny thing
True, true.
that my nickname is Taco. Um, and his favorite color could either be purple, ice blue, or yellow, which are literally my favorite colors as well.
I vote for yellow.
Orange, yeah, yeah. Maybe he could be yellow,
I vote for yellow.
because he also does electricity things.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
his stripes, for those of you who don't know, he has the purple stripes. The orange stripes he has. Those stripes generate electricity, um, and so, um, I feel like yellow could be a good thing because he likes lightning. Um, yeah. Let's see what else is here in the chat. Uh, Kevin walked up the hill nearby the Vapor's house, which was set in tree that would allow Vapor easy access to fly. Although Vapor was very shy towards the other dragons, Kevin always came back to Vapor for advice because of his kind and dependable nature. Heck yeah. Sounds like stars and petals would appear out of nowhere. Yeah, like those blossom tree petals.
Yeah.
That could be
True.
Vapor's favorite tree, which I think
It
is
is
one
a-
of mine. I love
Yeah,
blossom.
I agree. I agree
Yeah,
with
blossom
that.
trees are
I
very
love those.
pretty. I like pink. Pink is a nice color.
I agree. Probably one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
I really like I like black and white, but in terms of colors, I really like yellow, blue, and pink, especially in combination. I think they work really nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like blue and pink is beautiful. I love that combination. I mean, exactly why I have the. You see, there's blue light and there's
Yeah.
purple shining on the
Yeah.
curtain. I have like the two. Yeah, I love that combination of colors. It's so pretty. And also like purple and orange also goes really well hand in hand. What was the other color you said was white? It was, you said pink, blue, and white, right?
Blue, pink, and yellow,
Oh,
and then
blue,
black
okay.
and white, obviously,
Yeah,
especially black, I guess.
yeah. I like white a lot, but it also depends on where it's applied to.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
I like like white furniture, glossy white furniture. I think it looks really good. It gives like this clean and fresh look.
Yeah,
You know,
and
it's
it makes
kind of
the room look
minimalistic.
brighter.
Yeah, and bigger too.
Which, yeah, it's important.
Um, Black, I used to like black more, but now it's like, yeah, it's not a bad color. I'm a bit indifferent to it.
Mid.
Yeah, but yeah, like pink, blue, and yellow, and orange. Like those are definitely my favorite colors right now. I do like light green as well. Well, not light green specifically, but just green is sometimes pretty as well because it's the color of nature, and I love
Yeah.
nature. So like there's some shades of green that I really like looking at, but I wouldn't consider it a favorite color.
There is something calming about being in nature and just seeing all the green. That is something I enjoy when I go on walks, if I go on walks, to sort of find the spots that have a little bit more trees and bushes and stuff. Because I live in a town that doesn't really have a town center, and it also doesn't have that much nature. So any spot like that is precious to me, because I do start missing it after a while.
Yeah,
There's just a lot of highway here and main roads, and it's not very pretty.
yeah. I don't super appreciate the whole like urban, um, cities and towns and stuff. Like I like a mixture of both. I
Yeah,
like
me
having
too.
like, you know, not apartments, but I guess what do you call houses that aren't apartments? Cottages. A cottage.
Cabins, cottages,
I
but those would
think
be
yeah.
like log cabins or something.
Huh. Well, a house that's not an apartment. I don't remember the exact term,
I mean,
but
a house that's not an apartment is an actual house.
yeah. Oh, okay, I get it now. Okay, so yay. So yeah, I really like the whole thing with like house with a front yard, backyard. There's very like lots of green around. The place I'm moving to in a few months, it's a village where it's kind of ish in the middle ish of the country ish, and it's all just houses. There's no apartments in there whatsoever. There's no buildings. Literally just houses. All of them have backyards, and there's like if you walk across the entirety of my backyard, you'll eventually come across a gate that you can open and cross to the other side. And usually there's like sheep there, and then
Yeah.
there's like these like canes growing out of a river, a small river,
Oh, yeah.
and you can just like hang out on the river. There's like a wooden bridge
Oh,
made
that
with
sounds
wooden
so good.
planks. Yeah, I'll show you. Like when you come over,
Yeah.
we were going to visit my house,
Yeah, we can
and I'll
see.
show
We can go
you.
check it out.
Oh, you're gonna love it. It's really
God,
nice.
yeah. I'm looking forward to that. I need some nature in my life because of the
Yeah,
town I live in. I'm deprived of it.
yeah, because when I went over to Switzerland, you still lived in the other town where it was
Yeah,
surrounded by nature.
it's but much closer, yeah.
Yeah,
Um, there are trees and stuff around, but in comparison, there's just not really anything here. And I
yeah,
do have to travel not far, but I do have to travel a little bit to get to the woods.
uh-huh.
So I can't just go outside and walk 10 minutes and I'll be there.
Yeah, because that was when I went to Switzerland to her place, she had like woods very close by, and very large woods. So like we walked there and we spent like a couple of hours just exploring the entirety of it,
Yeah,
and we
I remember
saw deer
we saw deer,
and the
foxes.
foxes. I had never seen either of those IRL, and it was really cool because like we were looking for deer very attentively and for so long, and we couldn't find any, and then all of a sudden we were walking. I looked to the side and like I stopped in my tracks and I'm like, wait, shh, is that a deer? We kind of started whispering like, is that a deer? And then like we're looking because we weren't sure if it was a tree or a deer, but then it moved its head. It was like staring at us, but then it moved its head a little, and we were like, oh my god, it's a fucking deer! It's a deer! Holy shit. And I was recording too. I was so happy. Oh my god! And then eventually it ran off. And then we went on a point. We got to this place where it was like this path. This really long path, and very much in the distance, we were like, "Wait, is that a fox?" And like the fox was like just standing there looking at us,
Yeah.
and then he walked off, and we're like, "No!" It was a fox,
Fox.
and like we couldn't get close enough to like see it properly.
Yeah, but it's so cool.
Oh, it was so cool. I loved it. I would love to
Good
pet a
times,
fox.
good times.
Yeah. I follow this YouTube channel called Save a Fox, and they're this nonprofit organization of or like fox rescue, and they basically I think live off of donations or something, and they rescue foxes from like fur farms and stuff like that. And so you have like you can go watch their videos. They post videos super often of like them playing with the foxes and showing the foxes, and they're all so cute. There's
That's so
Dixie,
cool, man.
there's Finnegan. I love
I
them
know
so
them
much.
all by name.
Yeah, well, I only know those two by heart. There's a couple of more as well. I think there's Fennec. Yeah, I think there's Finnegan, Fennec. I think, and there's Dixie. They're so cute, and I'm like, oh my god, I hope I can pet a fox at some point in my life. That's on my bucket list. I want to pet a
One
fox.
one that's been domesticated in one of those
Yeah.
enclosures or something. Yeah,
They're
I
so
would love
cute.
to do that too.
That and
They
the
are.
raccoon. I love raccoons
cool.
and foxes. They're some of my favorite animals. Just because of how
Foxes are
cute they are. Yeah, because like foxes are like the mixture of a dog with a cat. So they're like very playful
Yeah.
and very like kind and stuff. But then they're like very like jumping around like cats do and stuff. I love them so much.
I do really like fish, which is why I'm looking forward to going to the oceanarium.
Oh, hell
Fish
yeah.
are genuinely like one of my favorite animals. I think they're so cool.
That's so cool. Oh, you're gonna love the
Fish
oceanarium.
and whales, yeah.
Yeah, they have sharks,
Nice.
and they have like they usually have this moonfish, which looks kind of funny. It's like huge moonfish. I'm not sure if they have whales. I don't think they have whales.
I mean, yeah, that would feel also kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean whales are pretty big.
Yeah.
but yeah, like I'm not gonna spoil it for you. But
No. I'm
you're
just
gonna
looking
like
forward
it.
to seeing some fish. I like fish.
Yeah, this is gonna be so fun. Oh my god. Hey, Luis is back. Welcome back, dude.
Fish. Welcome
What
back.
did you miss? So yeah, she was talking about the book, the Russian book. That was like a really heavy story. She responded to your question about if she made notes in the books. Do you want to say that again? Sure.
I don't take notes per se, but I write reviews about the books for my friend who likes to read them. And I started posting them on Goodreads, to which you can find the link a little further up in chat if you wanna check it out.
Post it again.
And I started also putting like tabs like this in the book, if you can see that. I started doing it too late for this book, but I started doing it, and it's been very helpful for engaging with the book and for just not memorizing, but putting tabs where you want to return to for meaningful passages or quotes or whatever.
Heck yeah. Yeah, then we talked about I've been going to the dentist. I also forgot to mention, I wanted to mention how cheap it was with the insurance. Like, each restoration was fucking €6, where normally it would be 75. Like, it's literally 70 euros less. It was crazy. I was so shocked with how cheap it was
It's
with insurance.
amazing. Yeah, insurance is very helpful.
I feel like Shira loves Dory from Finding Nemo. Do you?
I can't say that I do. I haven't seen the movie in forever, but to be fair, anything that's a fish, I like fish. I like the black and white fish. I think Khan was his name.
Yeah, the one
If
with
his
the
name's
scar.
the same in English. That was my favorite one.
He was cool. He gave off like very like cool dude vibes.
He was very like, I know what I'm doing. I'm badass.
It was
And of
pretty
course,
cool.
back in the day when I was probably like, I don't know, 10, if even that's when I watched that movie. I was like, oh my god, that fish is so cool.
That's funny. We talked about how I want to develop Vapor's lore a bit more, and we were
Indeed.
talking about what we were talking about just now. We talked about favorite colors. We were talking about the oceanarium. We talked about foxes. We were talking about Switzerland,
Yeah.
right? Because when I went to Switzerland to see her, we went to the woods. She lived in a place close to the woods, and so we went to like explore the forest, and we found deer and foxes. And it was my first time seeing those IRL, and I was really happy about it. It was really cool because we were like looking for deer for so long, and we couldn't find any, so I kind of lost hope. But then at one point, I'm like looking at the site, and I'm like, wait, stop, like, and then we started kind of whispering, is that a deer? And I was like filming, and like we were super still, and then the deer moved its head. I was like, it is a deer, it is a deer, oh my god! And it was so cool. Yeah, and then we saw a fox later on as well, very much in the distance in the path. But then the fox ran off, and we're like, oh, we weren't able to get close enough to see it properly. But I love them so much. I was mentioning how there's a YouTube channel called Save a Fox, which is like a rescue organization that rescues foxes from fur farms and whatnot. And they make a lot of videos about the foxes. So you have like really cute foxes, like Finnegan, Dixie, Fennec, and they show them running around and feeding them and jumping on their heads, and they're super cute. And I hope it's in my bucket list to pet a fox one day. Because I really like them. So let's see. Kiana's put a couple more story stuff. So let's read this. Okay. I'm excited for this. When Kevin arrived at Vapor's house, he took a moment to take in the beauty of Vapor's house, which was a beautiful violet. I see that Vapor's building classes are coming along well, Kevin pondered. Too bad I might not see it again. Oh no, for him. Kevin grabbed the letter. I just realized that Kevin's voice is kind of like the narrator's voice. So hold on. Kevin grabbed the... I think I'm just going to do my normal voice for the narration.
Yes, do it.
Kevin grabbed the letter that was laid on the ground next to the tree and propped it upright. Kevin climbed the ladder slowly in order to breathe in the beautiful autumn air. Kevin gave a quick knock at the door, and the shy, stuttering voice answered his knock. Oh my god. I'm excited for this.
Okay, I got distracted. I'm going to read it.
Wait, okay. Oh, well, okay, I can do this. Who's there?
Nice.
A small voice squeaked from behind the door that was slowly cracked open. What? Don't recognize an old friend, Vapor? Replied Kevin in a fake jovial tone. Oh, jeez! You almost gave me a heart attack! Exclaimed Vapor. Why didn't you just fly in? Why didn't you just fly in like everyone else? Vapor prodded as he slowly opened the door for Kevin. Okay. Lucky, I've never seen deer in my life either. Are there moose in Switzerland? Or is it more of a Yankee and Canadian thing?
There are not wild moose as far as I'm aware. But deers and foxes and similar animals you will see. Like stags and stuff with the horns, those are cool.
Oh, that is cool. Yeah, I would like to see a stag because I really like the horns, the antlers.
Yeah, they're so majestic.
They're super. Yeah, they are. Never let Nerfly narrate a book club book, or else it'll be the end of it. That's really funny. You can't stop me. I will narrate every single book in existence.
Wow. For that, you actually need to read.
I will not narrate every single book in existence after all. Hell yeah. Oh, I was really looking forward to read Vapor's voice on Kian's story. I was going to say that I haven't done that voice in a long while, but I do that voice every so often. And say, I really want to get into voice acting.
Yeah, voice acting is really cool, and that is something that's interested me as well. Yeah.
But so there's always this thing of but I can only do one voice. But I was when I was taking improv classes in VRChat, I met this dude who also wants to be a voice actor, and he told me something that his teacher told him at one point, which is it's fine if you can only do one voice, because that voice that you can do might be very much what someone is looking for. And so it's if you can do this voice and this voice belongs to a niche, if you explore within that niche, then maybe you can find something. And the voice I can do is very cartoonish. It goes, it's like this kind of voice. And I'm I really like doing this voice because it looks like an energetic, cartoon dude. And I don't know, maybe I could do something like that. But and also sometimes, Sonic Unleashed, there's this character called Chip. And this cartoon voice I do, it will sometimes really sound like him, which is really cool. And I thought of doing a Chip impersonation sort of thing, because I've had friends who are voice actors for a living telling me that like it's important to put your voice out there and to like impersonate characters, because that's a way to like, it's like a sort of portfolio sort of thing too. And recently I've been watching Brian stream Skirt Bigley. He's Ethan's best friend, and he is a voice actor. And I was talking to him in chat, and he told me the same thing. Like a lot of it is just like applying for like voice acting castings and whatnot, and just kind of like practicing it and whatnot. It's just like giving life to the character. So
exactly.
I want to try. Remember when you applied for voice acting roles and like these like
Yes.
YouTube animation videos and
Yes,
stuff?
yes.
I feel like that's a good place to start. And again, if I like try to look for something that's like kind of looking for a cartoonish sort of voice, I could probably potentially like, I don't know, land the first gig or something. Even if it's like for free, like I don't want to get paid for this right away.
Yeah,
Obviously,
as long as you can do something.
yeah, I would just like really like to do something and like give life to a character and see that then after finished and be like, hey, that's my voice, and then like just keep it up and like kind of get practice from that, you know. I don't know, it's just really like making voices. It's fun.
Yeah, you should do it. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
It's like a little side project
Yeah.
you can do.
Let's see. Well, I thought I'd take a more scenic route to your house, considering I'm getting married tomorrow, explained Kevin as he closed the door behind him. Married? It doesn't happen to be Sheila, is it? Gasped Wafer in utter surprise. Wait, why?
The suspense.
I must respond to an important message. Please give me a memento.
Yes, I'm giving you a memento. Oh, whoops. Yeah.
There you go. Well, I have a lot of things to see afterwards. Okay. I wonder, is Nerfly working on any graphic design video editing project? I'm awfully curious. Yes. I'm working on a video. I'm working on a video that I wanted to upload as a premiere sort of thing on my birthday, which is next month on the 30th.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And I haven't recorded anything for it in a long time. I kind of hate myself for it. So I need to get on that. And I've also been doing video editing for other people. Which is part of the whole thing I wanted to talk about with everyone, but I can never get everyone here at the same time. I want to like Egg and Rat, Kian, Green Hoodie, Double Trouble, Miss Marie, Sayonev, Tofu. Like if I could get all of them, like all of the regulars in the chat and then tell all of them, it would be so fun. But yeah, I've been working on not graphic design but video editing. Yeah, for sure. Okay. No, it's not Sheila, Kevin quickly retorted. I'm getting married to Grungle. Kevin moved to Vapor's recliner and sighed as he took a seat. Ah, poor Kevin.
Poor Kevin.
I'm forced to
just sacrificing
marry to
himself.
Grungle.
Seriously, what are you doing, Kevin? What a fool.
Don't. You can't give away to blackmail.
You can't just get married on a whim.
Yeah.
I will have to leave pretty soon, so that I can actually make food in time.
Okay.
And feed my body.
You must feed yourself.
Yes.
after a long time of talking. I'm surprised that like last month my face was like kind of numb from talking, and my throat was like a bit sore. But you know, this time I'm actually pretty all right. I also
Your
did
face is all
have
right.
yeah, my face is all right. I also had juice, but it was very much in the beginning. But maybe that helped. I don't know.
Yeah, true, true.
But yeah, so we'll be wrapping up pretty soon then.
Yes.
Which day should we stream when you're here?
Um, are we gonna do it on one of the days of rest, or when are we gonna do it?
Maybe, yeah.
Or like, is there other windows on like stuff that isn't whole day trips?
Let's see. Maybe. Do you want to stream like once only or like twice?
We can do twice if you want.
Okay. So. Okay, so we could stream maybe. Maybe. No, this would be too late. Because I also have to edit. So. But maybe we could stream like on the 7th. Because
Yeah.
that's after the Berlangas Island and Crystal Cave, so we have some to talk about.
Yeah, true. It's like the not quite the middle of my stay
Yeah.
in Portugal yet. I think
And
that would be a
then-
good point to do it.
Yeah, I agree. And then maybe on the 14th, after we come back from the Oceanarium. Although
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long that will take.
Um,
Because if we're there the entire day, which I'm not sure if it's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Then it's like, it could be maybe way too late for the stream. I don't know.
True, true.
But I'm thinking either the 13th or 14th. Because the
Yeah,
13th,
that sounds reasonable.
yeah, because on the 13th, like after we come back from the beach garden, that's not going to be the entire day, I don't think. We could probably do that. But
Sounds
yeah,
good.
I guess we'll play it by ear, kind
Yeah.
of see like at the time.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. But yeah, very potentially on the 7th of July, we're going to be streaming together in the same
Yes.
room.
Yes, actually,
is
physically
very
together.
exciting. This
My
is gonna be
God.
the first time we do this.
Who would've
Twice,
thought?
yes. Okay, well, twice it is. Hell yeah.
Twice. Yes, you must.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna do it. That's gonna be fun.
We
It's
have
gonna
no
be really
choice. Yeah, I'm super looking forward to it.
fun.
It's gonna be super cool.
Well, I didn't know you liked her. Well, congratulate. Vapor starts, but is suddenly interrupted by Kevin. Blurts out, "I'm doing it against my will." Oh. Vapor stuttered out, unsure of how to respond at first. After a pause, Vapor finally asked, "So, what do you mean you're being forced?"
Poor life choices, Kevin. What are
Yes.
you doing?
What are you doing, Kevin?
What are you doing? I'm disappointed in you, man. You need to
Dude.
stand up for yourself a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of thing it was that that Sheila would tell his father.
I don't know.
What Kevin did. But I wouldn't say.
But I'm sure it's
I don't
not
think
worth it.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth like marrying someone because of it. You know, it's like big life commitment. It's a dangerous game you're playing here, Kevin.
Yeah, you're playing with fire.
Yeah, you're playing with fire. With the fire you breathe. Quite literally. Because technically it's doing
Yes.
the thing, so like, haha, I get it.
Funny joke.
Funny joke! There's a
Joke.
slight chance I'll have to drive to Mafra to buy a speaker with a maid in the next week or two. If y'all are there, I might show up uninvited and make everyone comfortable. Mafra, where is that? Let me check.
Mafra, eh?
Mafra. 86. Okay, it's close to 87. Okay. Where is... Oh, okay. Yeah, we won't be there, no. We'll be in Peniche.
Peniche.
Peniche. Yeah, when we go to the Berlangas Island. By the way, that day with the Berlangas Island is going to be with my parents, plus the Crystal Caves, because I don't want to drive that far. I don't feel comfortable.
Absolutely fair.
And my dad has gone there we've gone there a few times, so my dad knows the
Yeah, fair.
way. And
That's cool.
then Yeah, because that day is gonna be packed up. We're gonna drive to Pnish in the morning, go to Berlenga's Island. Then when we come back from the island, so we'll be taking a boat, which is gonna be fun. We're gonna drive around an hour to the Crystal Caves, and then from the Crystal Caves we'll go back home. The way back home is around 2 hours of a drive. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. I like long drives to go to cool places.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm into it. I am here for it.
And then
It's
the
gonna
zoo,
be so good.
yeah. And then the zoo is probably gonna be with my parents as well. My mom wants to take my niece, so you'll get to know her. In fact, she might be here often because we look after her during the week a lot of the times when my sister and brother-in-law are working. So you'll get to meet my niece. And I have a new kitten. You got to see my new kitten.
Ooh.
Yeah, her name is Heidi. And the reason why her name is Heidi, yeah, from like the cartoon. Did you watch it?
That is such a Swiss name.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, Heidi, the cartoon, takes place in Switzerland, I'm pretty sure, in the Alps.
Yeah.
It's
like a classic here.
Yeah. So I used to watch that a lot when I was a kid. And now we've been showing that to her as well in Portuguese, because that's why we watched it. Because all the episodes are on YouTube, which is really cool. And she really likes Heidi. And so when we got the kitten,
Heidi it is.
yeah, and the kitten was supposed to be for my niece to be like here with a small baby kitten, see what it's like. So then we just like, wait, a perfect name, it's Heidi. That's a perfect
Heidi,
name.
of
It's
course.
called Heidi. Yeah.
Nice.
That schedule looks packed. Oh yeah, we have so many things to do.
We got stuff going on.
It's gonna be very, very fun.
I like it.
I'm really excited. But yeah, so I think it's about time we wrap up since you have to go have dinner. Sorry, Kian, cliffhanger. But chapter 3 of Kevin and Vapor and Grungle and
Sheila and Grungle
will come back next month.
Yes.
When is the next month's Saturday?
That will be.
That's my birthday.
It's your birthday.
Okay. So I guess we'll premiere my video and then stream right after and kind of talk about it. You know, that's gonna be fun.
Nice.
I'm looking forward to it. I hope I get to finish it until then. I should be able to, hopefully. But yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for being here. It's been great.
Yeah, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. Shira is not going to cope with the Lisbon heat. Being a Swiss lass, she's going to sweat a lot. Hydrate yourself, mate.
It is hot here too. Well, I feel like people often have a misconception that it doesn't get hot here, but we've been suffering with shit like 36 degrees and stuff.
Wow.
So I.
But you said there was a whole thing with Portugal being really humid, right?
That is the one thing that's problematic.
Yeah.
Because I think Switzerland and Portugal have relatively similar temperatures, but I do believe that Portugal is more humid than Switzerland.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna have to see how I hold up, because I already don't like the heat here.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna like it there.
Yeah, it's been like in our house, it's pretty comfortable.
Okay, that's good at least.
Yeah. So you won't have issues with that. When we go outside, it's probably birthday stream with ID cameo. Let's do. I'll do it.
Yeah.
But when we're outside, it's probably gonna be a little bit tougher.
Yeah, it's
but
gonna be hot.
yeah, definitely bring summer clothing.
For sure, yeah. No,
when
I'm
you
gonna
were
arrive here in my
here-
winter clothing.
Yeah. No. When you were here the last times, what was it? Like what?
I was there 5 years ago.
Yeah, 5 years ago was the last time. What the fuck, man? It's been
It's
5
been
years already.
such a long time.
And when was it? In like what month?
I believe it may have been June.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure though.
Yeah, because we
I know
went to the
that.
beach.
Yeah, one time I was there in January. I think that was the first time I was ever there.
Yeah.
And then I
2017.
think twice during summer.
So you came in 2016 or was it 2017 the first time?
I don't remember,
I have a
honestly.
feeling it was 17. And then you were here in 2019, which was no.
In 2019, you were in Switzerland.
Right. In 2019 I was in Switzerland. You were here in 2018.
And then, yeah, and I think like 2 years before that was the last time. So it was like 2017-ish, I guess.
So
that I was
2017 was,
in
the last
Portugal.
time you were here.
Yeah.
So
been
the
a long
first time
time.
you came here was 2014, 2015? It might have been
Yeah,
2015.
2015 maybe 2016. I
Yeah.
think something like that.
Because you you said you said
Really?
2016.
I didn't mean to. I think I was gonna say something else, and then I
Yeah.
didn't, and then it sounded like 2016.
Why does that sound so funny? 2016. Yeah, because you've been here thrice, right?
Yeah, 3 times.
Yeah. So yeah, it might have been 2015, 16, and 17, and then I went there in 2019
And now I'm gonna invade Portugal
again.
and make sure you guys are all behaving and stuff.
Hell yeah, absolutely. That's gonna be a hell of a time. Birthday stream. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. Better remind me next time. Definitely will. I stand corrected. I've always thought though that Switzerland was also much colder because I would always associate snow to Switzerland until I started learning more
I think
about Rio
people.
and visiting.
I really do think that people, if they don't know the country, they'll have this image of it's constantly snowing here, and we don't have summer, and it's winter all the time.
Because that's
But
literally
we
what I
really
thought too. Yeah.
Yeah, we have pretty normal like seasons. I mean, the temperatures are pretty similar to what you have, except it gets colder in the winter.
Yeah.
But other than that, in terms of heat, it's pretty much the same. The difference is probably really more the humidity.
Yeah. I'll make sure to continue the story next time. But until then, this has been very fun. Absolutely. 16.
Yes.
Thank you, Kian. Your stories are I have a lot of fun with reading your stories and I'm voice acting them too. It's really cool. But yeah, guys, thank you so very much for being here today.
You
I appreciate it to no end. It's really meaningful to us to have this connection and being able to talk to you guys and just share things with you and hearing from you as well. And yeah, it's been good. It's been fun.
It's been real.
It's been real.
Been real, boys.
And yeah, we'll see you in the next month.
See you next time.
35 days on the 30th.
Actually, see you pretty soon because we're
No,
gonna
yeah. See you on the 7th.
in Portugal.
See you literally on the 7th.
Yeah.
Thank you, Donuts. It's been fun. I had a terrific time together. Thank you so much, Lucia. Thank you for being here.
Thank you,
man.
guys.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Y'all have a good one. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. See you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.